Hi, everybody, and welcome inside MCPS Stadium here in Missoula. Alongside me, Jack Marshall. I'm Zach Kaplan as the Bozeman Hawks look to rebound from a Week 1 loss as they take on the undefeated Sentinel Spartans, the two-time defending state champs. It's certainly going to be a big task for the Hawks, Jack. How did they get up off the deck? A close loss at home to Helena Capital last week. What are your keys if Bozeman's going to come in and pull off the upset?
Well, Bozeman wants to come in and make a statement, really. They won a bunch of state championships in the 2000s, but they haven't since Gallatin kind of came around. There's two high schools in Bozeman now. And also, they need to stop Adam Jones. He's a D1 commit. He's going to go play for Montana State over in Bozeman next year. He got a bunch of offers. He can run the ball. He can catch the ball. And also, he plays on defense. He had a pick, almost had a pick last week against Billings West. You got to keep the ball away from Adam Jones.
And now talking about Sentinel, 22 consecutive wins, trying to emulate Michael Jordan to make it 23 tonight if they can get it done at home. For the Spartans, 2 straight state championships. The last team they lost to, the Bozeman Hawks, right here at MCPS Stadium in the 2019 playoffs. If the Spartans are going to pull it off, what do they have to do tonight, Jack?
Yeah, if they were a Buffalo Wild Wing right now, they'd be blazing. They just got to keep the streak rolling. They're 2 wins away from tying Helena Capital for the 3rd longest AA streak of all time, and they also got to stop the Casagrande brothers. There's 2 of them. Jake Casagrande is a senior quarterback. He's going to be throwing the ball. They got to stop the air attack with them and slow down the Bozeman Hawks today.
So we'll see who can come out on top. The Bozeman Hawks, the Sentinel Spartans, a battle of heavyweights in Class AA, and we can't wait to bring it to you right here on SWX. Don't go away. Kickoff when we come back. You're watching Thursday Night Football right here on SWX.
Set budgets and track spending wherever you are, from any device. It's convenient, easy, and secure. With online money management from Stockman Bank.
They say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but that doesn't mean it has to be complicated. At the Breakfast Club, you'll get fresh, high-quality ingredients in a burrito so big you might want to skip lunch. You can watch it being made, and you're not going to be standing around waiting. The Breakfast Club is quick and good. Top it off with a fresh espresso, fresh brewed coffee, or cold beverage. So don't spend all morning pondering the error of missing breakfast. The Breakfast Club in Russell Park Square.
In Montana, the elements aren't the only thing you have to worry about. It's the wildlife. Montana Right Now and SWX is your broadcast home from Montana Grizzly football. The University of Montana Grizzly football season starts here on ABC Fox Montana as the Grizz take on the Northwestern State Demons Saturday at 1 p.m. on ABC Montana.
It takes all types to play Family Feud. The Penny Pincher.
Name something a man might have in common with his underpants.
They cheat. The Blunt Mama.
If you knew Steve Harvey was at your door, you'd answer it wearing what?
Nothing.
Nothing. You gonna do it like that, Miss Carol?
See who shows up all season on Family Feud.
Weekdays from 3 to 5 on ABC Montana.
Snap a picture and deposit checks wherever you are. It's convenient, easy, and secure with mobile banking from Stockman Bank. Download our free mobile banking app today.
Welcome back inside MCPS Stadium here in Missoula. You can see the Sentinel students' little neon theme as they get ready for tonight's showdown between the Hawks and the Spartans. Bozeman won the opening coin toss, elected to receive. They'll go from right to left across your screen here in this opening quarter. They're in the white tops with the red pants. Sentinel Spartans will go from left to right, and they will kick off to get things underway. And the all-purples tonight, a broadcaster's dream, Jack. Gold numbers on purple jerseys. Can't ask for much easier than that.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad I can see the players' numbers tonight. And also, it's AA football. Not a lot of games going on tonight here in the state. Luckily at MCPS here, we get a great matchup between either side of the state.
Got the best game in the state going on tonight. Where else would you rather be than here at MCPS Stadium in Missoula as Caden Dernberger's set to kick things off. Just one return man back deep for the Spartans. As now Dernberger will get into his motion, get things underway. Rocky Lencioni back for the Hawks. As you can see, the Spartans with their helmets raised on the far sidelines, trying to make it 23 in a row. And it's time for kickoff here on SWX. Retrieved by Lencioni inside his own 5. He's going to bounce it outside. He's got the sideline, but he'll get pushed out of bounds right shy of the 25-yard line. And that's where the Bozeman Hawks offense will get to work as they go from right to left.
Great kick coverage early from Sentinel there. That's number 44, Kellen Curtis, kind of got rocky right there early on, forced him out of bounds. Almost a touchback.
And it gives us a chance to introduce you to Jake Casagrande, the starting quarterback, a senior for the Hawks, 6'3", 200 pounds, under center for Bozeman. Completed 50% of his passes a week ago against the Capital Bruins, a 28-21 home loss at Van Winkle Stadium in the Gallatin Valley. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 231 yards passing through the air.
And next to him lining up there is his brother, actually, Brady Casagrande, another great player for these Bozeman Hawks, as he'll catch a little out route quickly.
And he looks right at him, right on cue, Jack, on the first play from scrimmage. And they'll say he couldn't hang on as that pass falls incomplete. Looks like Carson Bates over there on the coverage as he takes another look towards the sideline. Bates is there, and yeah, it looks like a couple of Spartans in there. Brandon Rondo, the junior linebacker, getting in the way as well. Sentinel plays a 4-2-5 defense. As you can kind of see it line of scrimmage as Casagrande pitches it to the far side to his brother Brady, and he's taken down just past the 30-yard line. He'll set up about 3rd and medium for the Hawks. And we'll see what Levi Wesche draws up for Bozeman.
That was a great little option pitch there to start the game off, and for the Casagrandes, you like to see that. Last week, really not a lot of room to run against a really good Helena Capo run defense. To get positive yardage on your first option there to Brady Casagrande is good for the Bozeman Hawks.
33 net rushing yards last week against the Capital Bruins. Will they find more open lanes tonight? 3rd down and 3 from the 32 as Casagrande puts Luke Smith, the tight end, in motion. And he'll drop back to pass. Blitz right away, but gets it over the middle. Broken up. Incomplete. And it was Adam Jones, the Montana State commit, who broke it up. And that'll force a punt on Bozeman's opening series.
Yeah, Adam Jones, we're probably going to hear his name a lot tonight. He was looking for Avery Allen on that pass. Hit him in the hands. Great pass, but even better defense for the Sentinel Spartans.
Avery Allen, an all-state wrestler, 3-time state champion, 3 different weight classes. Just couldn't quite outfox his way to convert the 3rd down.
Now Sentinel doing something interesting they do here. 2 punt returners back. They got Adam Jones and Evan Haffinger back. So maybe cover both sides of the field and try to take this one to the crib.
Luke Smith is the punter. He's also the starting tight end for the Hawks as he gets this one away. And is fielded on the far side. Haflinger to block, and here goes Adam Jones on the far side. Pushed out of bounds just past midfield. And it's going to be great starting field position for the Spartans as they get their offense going.
Yeah, we said in our open, Zach, Adam Jones is the guy that Bozeman does not want to have the ball in his hands. And there he caught the punt, and they're already starting in Bozeman Hawk territory.
It gives us a chance to introduce Riley Allen, the starting quarterback for the Spartans. Tough shoes to fill with Zach Cruz departing in the offseason, a big part of those 2 state championship teams for the Spartans in 2020 and, of course, last year. But Allen up to the task so far.
Yeah, Allen, 12 for 21, 135 yards in his first game. Not a bad start against a good Billings West team as his first game as a starting QB for Sentinel, as they'll start here with little read option.
And he'll keep it, and he'll break the chains and more. There goes Allen down the sideline. No one will catch him. Touchdown, Spartans. The first play from scrimmage, and Allen takes it to the house.
Riley Allen, that's a good way to start for the new quarterback. Get these people on their feet here at Sentinel. As Bozeman, you want to contain big plays. Last weekend's Helena Capital, that's what their coach talked about. Stop big plays. They had some big pass plays go by him at Helena Capital, and that's just a really big, long play. As we see in a replay here, just outrunning everyone on the field. Riley Allen, not just a quarterback, but also an athlete.
Spartans in a swinging gate type of formation here on the extra point attempt. See if they swing it back or if they really snap it, and they will. Allen, jump pass, caught. And the 2-point conversion is good. So Sentinel goes up 8-0 as Danny Sermon comes down with the 2. There's a timeout on the field. We'll take it as well. 8-0 Sentinel just a couple minutes into this one. You're watching high school football on SWX.
It was a Saturday. Chris was a good dad. His water practices, not so much. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Culligan. Got a water pitcher for the fam. pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
You realize these have filters?
Chris, pour it out.
It's not going fast enough. Just done with that.
When your water's right, so is your world. I wrote that.
Welcome back to Missoula, a unseasonably warm Thursday night in the Garden City. Temperatures hovering right around the low to mid-90s as we get tonight's game kicked off. A Riley Allen 52-yard touchdown run, and then they get the 2-point conversion on a jump pass from Allen to Danny Sermon, and Spartans up 8-0. Just a minute, 12 seconds into this one. They got the 3 and out, and then got right to work on offense, Jack.
Yeah, Zach, starting to feel like Phoenix in this box. You're a little right, but that's a great start for Sentinel. Kind of funny, a team from Missoula first play from scrimmage, long touchdown against a team from Bozeman. What a start for the Spartans.
You referencing the Montana State game last year? Is that what you're
Well, I guess that did happen in the Brawl of Wild last year, but a good start for the Sentinel Spartans nonetheless.
So we'll see how Casa Grande, this Bozeman Hawks team, can respond. You mentioned it in the open. Bozeman, a powerhouse over the last 20 years or so. 4 state championships in the 2010s, including, of course, 2019 when they beat the Sentinel Spartans on their way to a state championship win down in Butte. As this kick goes end over end and fielded inside the 5. That's back on the far side, a big hit there, and looks like Smith is laid down shy of the 20-yard line. So tough starting field position again for the Hawks, as we'll see how they can respond on offense.
Yeah, not great position, but that was Brady Casagrande laying down the wood there. He's their team leading tackler as a freshman last year, and they're on the kick team licking a Sentinel kid.
An incredible opening 90 seconds or so from Adam Jones. He breaks up the 3rd down pass on defense, and then comes back, lays a key block, and springs his quarterback to the end zone. All right, let's see how Casa Grande responds now. As this time it's Jack O'Brien on his hip. They'll trade Casa Grande and O'Brien back and forth a little bit. As this pass goes over the middle to Luke Smith, and he's free down to just shy of the 40-yard line, the mark for the 39. And they'll have to get a little aerial on this Sentinel defense if they want to keep the chains moving.
Yeah, it's a great catch by Luke Smith. They like to use him. He had a really big touchdown catch last week against Capital to tie the game at some point. And there was another big play for their first down of the game.
Hawks waste no time, get right to the line. They try to put this Sentinel defense on its feet. You can hear the cowbells. Nice crowd on hand despite the warm weather as the sun begins to set here in Missoula. Casa Grande will hand it off to O'Brien, who breaks to the far side and is taken down past the 45 down to the 46-yard line. I'll make it 2nd and short.
Another good little run by Bozeman getting positive yardage after last week at Capital. It's maybe seeming a little easier to run the ball against these Sentinel Spartans, which are known for their good defense. So.
Yeah, the splits last week, pretty staggering. 231 passing yards, 33 net rushing yards for Bozeman in that Week 1 loss to Capital. Casa Grande will take the snap, hand it to O'Brien on 2nd down, and he's got the first as he's over midfield and into Spartan territory.
Yeah, a good little drive started here for Bozeman on 2 not very hard plays to run. Just runs right down the middle, 2 first downs. You like to see it if you're a Bozeman fan.
We'll see what Kalen Anderson can dial up on the far side. His 4th year at Sentinel and his 2nd as defensive coordinator. Dominant defensive unit last year on their way to the AA state championship. 1st and 10 now from the 48. Casa Grande looking to throw. Fires to the far side. Nice tiptoeing catch. But there's a flag down just a few yards past the line of scrimmage, so hold the phone. I believe the catch was made by Lincioni, but it might be coming back. Anything stand out to you? Flagged a few yards back from the line of scrimmage?
I'm not sure. The receiver had plenty of room. I don't think it was a PI. If you watch the replay here, great toe tap. I think you're right. That was Lincioni. Oh, that might have been Lincioni. A great play, but it looks like it's going to go.
It was Casa Grande, beg your pardon.
Brother connection there again, and this time it's going to be a 1st down for the Bozeman Hawks, actually, so a good break for them.
They'll call defensive holding on Sentinel, and that will move the chains for the Hawks. After going 3 and out in their first series, some positive momentum as they're now all the way to the Sentinel 36-yard line.
Pretty funny there if you look. Got a cast on Sentinel's defense, 1 minute. oven mitt on the left back safety there. Adam Jones.
You got to be ready to get in the kitchen at halftime as the handoff goes up the middle to Brady Casagrande. He'll get about 3 and move the Hawks north of the 35-yard line. So putting together a nice drive in response after they let Allen go on the first play of the defensive series.
Well, that's what you want to see. I mean, give your defense some time to kind of think about what happened on that last play, scheme up how to stop Sentinel next time they come out. And if you do a long drive, it keeps your defense rested for Bozeman.
2 wide receivers to the near side and 2 to the far side. Is now an empty set for Casagrande, but they moved before the snap, and they'll back up 5.
Yeah, it's kind of a costly penalty. Just get the ball snapped and do the play. You want to kind of make sure your guys are on the same page. It's not too loud in here either.
Because there you see Levi Wesche, who has been an assistant on the staff for a long time, an assistant on a lot of those state championship teams, and of course led the Hawks to that 2019 state championship. Faced Tommy Malott in the state title game. Feels like not that long ago, but now Malott's at MSU. Wesche still trying to get the Hawks back into a deep playoff run as Casagrande will pitch it outside to O'Brien, who's got blockers in front of him, gets past the 30-yard line, and that'll set up a 3rd down for Bozeman.
Yeah, great play by Bozeman there to get a couple of yards, more of a manageable 3rd down play here now. But Sentinel had a good stop on their last drive, a little quick slant pass. We'll see if they go to the run again here, Zach.
There you get another look. We'll bring in Quaid Ash here for this 3rd down, so perhaps a heavy set coming on 3rd and 3. Let's get another look at the replay. Let's see what Casagrande and company decide to do. So you hear the cowbells roaring once again. 3rd and 3 from the Sentinel 29-yard line. Just over 7.5 minutes to go. 8-0 Spartans. Casagrande hands it off, and nothing there. Swallowed up in the backfield. Sean Lichty and a host of Spartans stopped that play before it could happen. It was Christian Knowles who made the initial hit, and now it's decision time for the Hawks on 4th down.
Yeah, great play. They knew they wanted to go to the run there. I think Brennan Rondeau in the backfield there. As you see, they just buried him. It was all purple in the backfield. You want a lot better push than that, especially if you're Bozeman, who's got a D1 commit on your line. And it looks like they will go for it on 4th down. Here's that.
Officially 4th and 4 from the Sentinel 31. 3 wide receivers split out with Smith offset. Casagrande to throw. Finds Smith, and he's got it for the 1st down. Big play call on 4th and 4. They're able to get to the 24-yard line and move the chains. They had to get a play, and they went to Luke Smith.
Yeah, as I mentioned a second ago, Bozeman's got Everett Carr on their line. He's a MSU commit as a lineman, which we like to see, and plenty of time on that pass there as you look at the replay here, right down the middle of his tight end. 1st down, Bozeman Hawks.
Some great blocking on that 4th down after some leakage on the 3rd down as Casagrande will fake right, run left, and stiff arm a defender before he's pushed out of bounds. And the Bozeman sideline is loving it. Pushed out by Trevor Roush, but not before he could get a few yards, and set up 2nd and medium once again. Casagrande keeping the offense moving.
Yeah, great play, but Casagrande kind of bounced Carson Crawford off the turf. Bozeman Hawks moving the ball, bringing in some subs here to keep them loose, and now they're an inch away from the red zone.
They mentioned Quaid Ash, brother of Carter Ash. He came before him at Bozeman High, a pretty solid player in his own right, would you say?
Yeah, playing hoops over there for MSU. You like to see families continue to help teams get better here in the state of Montana as Bozeman will run a play action that's swallowed up quickly. Huge play in the backfield by the Sentinel Spartans. And guess who?
Who was it, Jack? J.J. Dolan made a lot of big plays against Billings West last week, and he comes up and absolutely blows up a 2nd down and medium.
Yeah, J.J. Dolan
was lucky to get the throw off. Take another look as he was hit pretty much right away.
Yeah, and J.J.
Dolan
on
the blitz.
He's got to look for. He's in the nickel. 4 tackles for a loss alone last game. Almost had another one there. He's a double A All-State guy. A guy to really watch on the Sentinel defense. As of now, a 3rd and medium for the Bozeman Hawks.
Officially 3rd and 6 at the 20. Casagrande in an empty set. Blitz once again over the middle, but couldn't get the throw home in time. He was nailed once again off the blitz. He was looking for Eric Jeske, and now another decision for Levi Wesche and company on 4th and 6 from the 20. Take another look. I mean, he tried to get it over the middle, but it's tough to get that play developing that quickly. And I beg your pardon, it was actually Harley Biachini, his first target tonight. 4th and 6 from the 20. Jack, you kicking here, or you like the decision to
Well, I don't know how good the legs are here in the Bozeman sideline, but looks like they're confident in going for it on 4th down, hoping for their second conversion of this drive.
Trips to the far side on 4th and 6. Just about halfway through this first quarter. This is the screen to the near side, but it's blown up. They were looking for Biachini, and he can't get too far past the 20. It doesn't matter. It's a turnover on downs. They roll the dice, and the Sentinel defense is there and won't let him get anything.
Yeah, Kellen Curtis, I believe, was the first guy who hit him there. He had 4 tackles last week, and here's a big one today. Turned the ball over. Sentinel's got a long field to go, but look at that replay there, just all over him. Great defense by Sentinel on a 4th down.
They read the tunnel screen perfectly, had 4 or 5 hats to the ball before you could even blink, and that play was pretty much doomed from the second Biachini caught it.
Well, they did a kind of double screen, so you have multiple linemen everywhere, so it's hard to get all your linemen in one place. If there's 2 guys, you can catch the screen play, and that kind of helps Sentinel converge on the ball.
So 6:21 to go in this first quarter. Sentinel with an 8-0 lead, trying to add to it. As Allen will hand it off to Adam Jones, who has nowhere to go. Taken down the line of scrimmage and brought down a little bit late there. Nice job by the Bozeman run defense to swallow the lane and make it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, a little dive to Jones down the middle. They had a kind of interesting 2 backs on the left side of the formation. He tried to bounce outside, but great contained by the Bozeman defense. You see in this replay here, and they kind of rushed the ball and pushed him backwards.
It's a great job by Lincioni. It's totally stuffed the gap, as the Spartans will take a timeout with 5:49 to go here in quarter number 1. Time for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. You're watching high school football here on SWX.
Paradise Falls, Missoula's coolest hotspot since 1993. Paradise Falls. Good food, good times, and good games for friends and family. Paradise Falls has 18 beers on tap, 22 TVs, and 20 gaming machines. We have you covered when you work up an appetite watching your favorite sporting event at Paradise Falls. Finger foods you'll need both hands for. Paradise Falls, easy to find on Missoula South Side. 3621 Brooks, near the corner of Brooks and Reserve. Find your paradise. Paradise Falls.
Back inside MCPS Stadium, a 90-degree night here in the Garden City. 8-0 Sentinel our score, 5:49 to go. In the first quarter, Spartans forcing a turnover on downs from the Hawks, and now they'll try to see what they can muster up on 2nd and 10 after Adam Jones stuffed at the line.
As you see here, as Bozeman lines up on defense, they like to have 3 linemen, and then they like to blitz their different linebackers and kind of maybe hide them or just not know who's coming for this O-line.
It's sort of a 3-3 stack, if you will, with a nickel corner in. As this time Allen will get it to Jones on the far side, and he'll get past the first down marker and more. All the way to the 35-yard line. The MSU commit just keeps finding holes this season and showing why he's one of the best running backs in the state.
Yeah, great play by Adam Jones. He broke more than 1 tackle. I love to see it if you're Sentinel, and once again, just getting the ball in your best player's hands. We mentioned the open. He can get passes out of the backfield as well as take handoffs out of the backfield.
They love to send Danny Sermon, number 3 on your screen, the tight end. They love to send him across the formation, kind of get the defense guessing, and then send somebody like Jones going the other way. So we'll see if they continue to do that. Something to keep an eye on, as this time the handoff goes right up the middle.
A little bit of
looks like it went to Kellen Curtis that time, and he gets about 5 yards and set up 2nd and 5.
Looked like a little bit of almost a triple option starting off there. They didn't have to go to the outside toss, but they sent it back down the middle. Kind of an interesting thing. You don't see the triple option a whole lot these days in any level of football, Zach.
And Dane Oliver ain't afraid to dial it up, as he did so there. Gain of 3 officially. 2nd and 7 from their own 39. As trips to the near side, but a receiver in motion, and the handoff goes to Curtis up the middle, and he's through for a first down. Right, taken down at his own 49-yard line. Curtis starting to get the run game going, get that thunder lightning mix of Curtis and Jones, and they're going right to the line.
Yeah, they brought Dolan in motion to try and trick the defense, and then just sent it right down the middle. First down, Spartans.
Trips to the near side. Jones takes the direct snap. He's going to try to find some room on the far side, but swallowed up. Nice job by the Bozeman defense to recover, as Sentinel tried to go up tempo on them.
Yeah, Dane Oliver really having fun with the playbook. A little bit of a wildcat type thing there, straight to Jones. Triple option earlier. It's kind of having fun, not running anything too standard.
They had Jones and Dolan on the field there. They tried to have Dolan kind of lead block for him, and Jones was tempted to cut back inside, but nowhere to go.
Also kind of ran in motion to get Bozeman off guard and not realize which guy was taking the direct snap, and that Jones probably will not pass the ball out of that formation.
An astute observation. 2nd and 7 now, as there's a flag right as the play went live. Jones gets the reception, taken out of bounds right by the first down marker. See if it was a free play for the Spartans, or if this one's coming back.
Yeah, a great little play there, a little halfback screen. We'll see what the call was on the field here, but Adam Jones got down the field and almost a first down there.
They made it look easy. But it looks like this one's coming back. We're going to say an illegal shift from the Spartans.
But yeah, they do really run a lot of motion, Zach, and when you start to run a lot of motion, it can be hard to know who's supposed to be moving in motion. Obviously, you can't have too many guys moving at once, and you can't have the wrong guy moving. You got to have so many players in the line. And obviously, at this level, it's hard to have all your ducks in a row sometimes.
We'll officially mark it back to the 46. Line to gain still the 42 for Sentinel. Bozeman 42. And officially makes it 2nd down and 12. Empty set for the Spartans. With just Allen in the backfield as he drops back to throw. Good protection, but it breaks down. Now he tries to escape, goes left, just throws it away, and I think this one's going to come back too. Looks like a hold on the Spartans' offensive line.
Yeah, if you have the offense, you don't usually want to see a flag in the backfield while the quarterback's still looking to pass the ball, and even worse if it's a throwaway, you don't get any positive yards. I think it's going to be a 2nd and really long for the Sentinel Spartans.
Dan Oliver can't be happy after that, and based on the body language from the Sentinel offense, looks like a hold on the purple and gold. They officially get Frank Hadel for the infraction, the senior left guard, 5'11", 205 pounds. As you can see, at once Allen kind of pulls to the far side. Hadel's got to try to stay in the numbers and got a little too far outside. And they're actually going to decline the penalty, Jack. Bozeman is, so they're just going to wind it down and make it 3rd and 12.
Interesting thing after a really good Sentinel offense here, but they do run the ball a lot, so maybe that's what you like to see if you're Bozeman. We'll see how it pays off for them here.
They go trips to the near side, and now they put Dolan in motion. And a beautiful executed play out to the far side. It's Jones across the 40, and he's in the Bozeman territory with the first down.
Well, yeah, now you're going to see Bozeman after declining that penalty. 3rd and long, great play-action pass. Adam Jones wide open in the flat. Not a guy you want to lose. As you watch here in the replay, just easy throw to make. And then Adam Jones, D1 commit in open field. Never what you want to see. 1st down Sentinel.
This is a perfectly executed naked bootleg from Riley Allen. Jones wide open in the flat, and like you said, give him room to run, and he will take advantage. Moves him all the way down to the Bozeman 37, and now a drive that seemingly looked in some trouble, alive and well for Sentinel. A loaded backfield with Allen taking the snap, gives it to Jones, who tries to cut back right, continues going for extra yardage all the way down to the 31 on a play that looked dead to rights.
Yeah, great play by Jones, little smart run, and he realized there was a little more open field on the backside. He got an offer from Columbia in the Ivy League for a reason, Zach.
Smart guy?
I'd hope so, if you're getting into Columbia.
They wouldn't let me in. So.
And yeah,
I don't know if that's saying much.
Yeah, great little replay there as Jones falling just around the 32-yard line, it looks like. Second and manageable.
Yeah, and they'll take him out for a play. Something to keep an eye on. The officials are talking to him. He seems okay, but
I think if you look, there might be something in his right nostril. Maybe he's got a bloody nose over there. I hate to see that happen. You don't want blood on the football uniform. As Sentinel will line up here for a second and manageable.
Yeah, good catch, Jack. That will put some gauze at his nose, and in the meantime, Kellen Curtis takes the ball, and no harm, no foul as he's across the 25-yard line before he's finally taken down. Another Sentinel first down. It's like they just have so many guys. The depth that Sentinel has, when you think about the seniors they lost last year, so many D1 kids, and then you just put out Kellen Curtis, when Jones has a bloody nose, take him to the sideline, and Curtis is able to do it too.
Yeah, well, they call it a stable of running backs for a reason. Usually, Zach, you like to have a guy who comes in, a bunch of dudes coming out of your backfield, and that's what Kellen Curtis is for them. And great to see for Dane Oliver for the depth of this team. Your star guy goes out, and all of a sudden, easy first down run.
Yeah, certainly. As two wide receivers go to the far side, Curtis at the left hip of Allen, and they'll give it to Curtis. Tries to go off tackle on the far side, just gets a couple yards on second down.
Well, you see what they're doing now. They're kind of just putting the ball right down the middle. And then that really helped, like a play like that big third down play, a play action. If they start to put the ball down the middle and you're anticipating running for Bozeman, a play action can really catch you off guard. As I think Adam Jones just ran back into the huddle. Good to see that he is
he's back
all right.
Cordell Holzer made a nice play to make the tackle on Curtis on first down. Now Jones back in the game at the left hip of Riley Allen. Will take the snap, fake it, throw out to the far side. Evan Hafliger, who's right at the first down marker, stays in bounds, a late flag. And I think the Spartans might get a few extra yards on the end of that play. So it might have been a late hit. As Hafliger was going down on the far side, we'll check the flag.
Yeah, Haflinger, he's a really explosive player. Quick pass to him. Last week he had 2 catches for 47 yards, so not a lot of catches, but really explosive player, and I think they're looking to get him the ball quick and get down the field. And a penalty is going to come on Bozeman here, Zach.
It's going to be half the distance to the goal. As we will move the chains once again. Spartans really putting a nice drive together. Again, back-to-back penalties. They had the false start and the holding. Could have been 2nd and 22. Levi Weshy opted to go for 3rd and 12. Spartans made him pay. And now, it's 1st and goal from the 8. Curtis back in the game. Just offset with Riley Allen. Curtis will take the carry, get inside the 5 before he's taken down by his shoelaces just shy of the goal line.
Well, center lined up with 2 receivers off to the right, and Bozeman had 2 cornerbacks and a safety, so that's just taking one guy away from the play. Great job by Sentinel as they'll put it down the middle again.
They'll go right to the line. Curtis can't get there. And now 3rd and goal is the first quarter in the closing seconds here. Final minute of play. Spartans up 8-0.
To finish off that tackle there, Brady Casagrande, as you watch here right down the middle. Great grab initially. And then Brady Casagrande comes and finishes out Austin Baller, who got his ankles. Casagrande, 11 tackles last week. He can really rack him up if you keep running the ball by him.
Jones checks back in for Curtis on 3rd and goal from the 3. Under 30 seconds and winding to go in quarter number 1. 2 wide receivers split to the near side. Offset the line of scrimmage is Rondo. The handoff goes to Jones. He cuts back right. He's close to the goal line, but not quite in. And 4th and goal now, as that will take us most likely to the end of the quarter, and it will. 8-0 our score. Spartans on top. Decision time for Dane Oliver when we return. You're watching high school football on SWX.
Hi, I'm Cass at Prine Veterinary Hospital. I'm here to tell you that we've moved to a new location. Our new location has brought new possibilities. Drop-offs are now available at Prine Veterinary Hospital. We can't wait to see you here.
It's about living. It's about life. It's about living life to the fullest. It's healthy living for life. Hi, I'm Sarah Medley with Mountain Pacific Quality Health. I'm excited to bring you Healthy Living for Life, a weekly series that will help you become an active player in this ever-changing healthcare climate. Join us Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. on SWX, right after Aging Horizons. Stay healthy for life with Healthy Living for Life.
Paradise Falls, Missoula's coolest hotspot since 1993. Paradise Falls, good food, good times, and good games for friends and family. Paradise Falls has 18 beers on tap, 22 TVs, and 20 gaming machines. We have you covered when you work up an appetite watching your favorite sporting event at Paradise Falls. Finger foods you'll need both hands for. Paradise Falls, easy to find on Missoula South Side, 3621 Brooks, near the corner of Brooks and Reserve. Find your paradise. Paradise Falls.
Hi, I'm Cass at Prine Veterinary Hospital. I'm here to tell you that we've moved to a new location. Our new location is 2802 Great Northern Loop, right next to Missoula Bone and Joint. We can't wait to see you here.
Welcome back to Missoula. The second quarter about to get underway between the Sentinel Spartans and the Bozeman Hawks. 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. And Dane Oliver, at the moment, looking like he's going to go for it. Just 1 yard to go. You got a big back like Kellen Curtis.
And
why not run him?
Also, Adam Jones lined out at wide receiver on the far right side of the formation, I believe.
So we're just waiting for the ready for play, but all intentions look like they are going for it. Allen in the shotgun, and now Jones in motion behind him. A high snap, and it's carried by Dolan.
Oh, my gosh.
And he's in. Touchdown, Sentinel.
It looked like they're going to try and pitch it to Adam Jones, but it was a little high, and Riley Allen said, I'm going to do it myself.
It was J.J. Dolan who came in, took the direct snap, and brought it in for 6. Another play that just looked dead in the backfield. Give Dolan a lot of credit as he's able to just reach across the pylon and make it a 14-0 game. Caden Dernberger, beg your pardon, will line up for the point after. Snap ball down, and he gets it through. 15-0. We get the second quarter started. There's a timeout on the field. We'll take it as well. You're watching high school football here on SWX.
Don't miss the Safe Kids Missoula Fair on Sunday, September 25th on the Community Medical Center campus. Safe Kids Missoula Fair is a free event to have fun and learn how to stay safe at home, on the road, and during play. Meet safety experts and explore safety big rigs, the smoke trailer, games, face painting, scavenger bingo hunt, enter to win prizes, and so much more. See you at the Safe Kids Missoula Fair, Sunday, September 25th from noon to 3 p.m. on the Community Medical Center campus. Safe Kids Missoula, led by Foundation for Community Health.
Welcome back to Missoula. Sun beginning to set on this Thursday evening, where the Sentinel Spartans now lead at 15-0 over the Bozeman Hawks. Alongside me, Jack Marshall. I'm Zach Kaplan. Thanks so much for making us a part of your Thursday night. And Jack, Bozeman, they've had their chances. Got pretty deep in the Sentinel territory before the drive stalled. Had them a couple times on that previous offensive series, but Hawks just struggling to break through, get points on the board, or get a stop.
Yeah, J.J. Dolan just kind of willed it in. Like the Hawks were maybe him fumbling that ball away from a big stop and taking the ball the other way, and they were really close to scoring a touchdown on their last drive. You hate to see it if you're Bozeman, 2 missed opportunities, but they're still within striking distance. Big drive coming up here for the Hawks.
So how will they respond? The big question now is Avery Allen back deep for the Hawks to receive. Caden Dernberger on to kick off for Sentinel. Spartans going for their 23rd consecutive win. Trying to go right into the top 5 longest win streaks in the history of Class AA football in Montana.
And that's a good company to be in. There's been some really good run from teams in the state of Montana between Helena Capital, Great Falls CMR. As Sentinel looks to kick off here, and it will be returned.
Allen takes it to the 20, out by the numbers. Nearly tripped up, but able to dive past the 25-yard line. That's where you see that wrestling acumen, where he's just able to stay on his feet, great balance, and get his team in the best field position they've had here in their 3rd possession of the game.
Yeah, kind of crazy. I think the last Bozeman drive went all the way across the field, and they started way back inside their own red zone, or I guess it would be Sentinel's red zone. So now you got a little bit better field position. Had a great drive last time, maybe hoping to punch it in here.
We talked about the win streak for Sentinel. They are 2 off the Great Falls CMR Rustlers' 24 back in 1989, 1990. Dave Dickinson, the quarterback, a name Chris fans will remember. As we get a pre-snap penalty, and we're going to back up 5 on the Hawks before the drive can even get going.
Yeah, that's the second on the Hawks today. Not a miscue you like to see. You get good field position, but now you're 5 yards back from your good field position inside your own 20.
The Capital Bruins hold the record back to the win streaks. They had 33 in a row from 2006 to 2009. Billings Senior, a team that had Gabe Sulzer and Junior Bergen from 2016 to 2018 with 27. Then Capital did it again, 99 to 01 with 26 in a row. And CMR and these Sentinel Spartans as the handoff goes to Jack O'Brien, who gets just past the original line of scrimmage back to the 25-yard line. Will set up 2nd and 9.
A quick little run and play there with Bozeman to gain back the yards they lost on the penalty, but now obviously you got a few less plays to get the first down.
25 yards on 2nd down, 9 yards.
See what kind of throws Casagrande can cook up. But running the ball more effectively than they did last week. See if they can continue to try and find some holes in this Sentinel defense. Second down and 9 from the 25-yard line as Casagrande drops back, rolls to his left, got all kinds of time. And on the comeback route, he finds an open man. Kellen Harrison down the sideline past midfield. A huge play for the Hawks.
Yeah, Sentinel brought an extra guy there, and all of a sudden, Leascioni rolled out quickly, great instincts, found his guy down the sideline. Kellen Harrison broke a tackle, and they're in Sentinel territory.
Just a little comeback route.
What balance?
It looks like the Sentinel DB tried to jump the route. It was Carson Crawford, and credit to Kellen Harrison. Some 7-on-7 crime there as he gets it all the way past midfield. Big play for the Hawks when they needed it. First down and 10 from the Sentinel 46. The give goes to O'Brien. No, it's a fake. And then Casagrande is able to get past the 45, but just about the 44 where he's taken down.
Plenty of Sentinel Spartans in the backfield there, but great job by Casagrande to get it back to the line of play and even get an extra yard. Sentinel's starting to bring the pressure a little bit, bring a few extra guys in the backfield, try to disrupt things for Bozeman.
Keeping a lot of these plays on the ground. Are the Hawks compared to last week? A very pass-heavy team. Now they go 2 wide receivers out to the near side. They'll send Luke Smith across the formation to the far side of your screen, but another pre-snap penalty. And it's on the Hawks once again. Back them up 5. So in 2nd and 9 to 2nd and 14, and these pre-snap penalties, Jack, just a killer. That's their 3rd already in this first half.
Yeah, I mean, the officials are really keeping an eye on that. It seems like tonight both teams have gotten flagged for it already. You just got to be able to maybe run a few less plays with a few less motion, line your guy up where you're going to bring him in motion. I know it's to offset the defense and kind of see what set they're in, but it's really burning the Hawks tonight so far early, but also hurt the Sentinel Spartans a little bit too.
Got the cowbells in the crowd here. Pretty nice turnout for the Sentinel faithful in their first home game of the season. Second down and 14 as Casagrande drops straight back to throw. Over the middle and open.
It's Avery
Allen, and he's inside the 25 down to the 24. A couple of big plays from Allen. And Bozeman's in business. They're getting Casagrande going, and so does their offense.
Yeah, 26-yard pass. Great play there. You got hurt by a penalty. You need a big play to bounce back. Great pass by Casagrande, second-year starter. He's got poise in the pocket. Finds Avery Allen, who's made a few plays tonight already, too.
So there you get a look at Allen as he will take a second on the sideline. Brady Casagrande checks into the ball game at the left hip of his brother Jake. Jake takes the snap, hands it to Brady, who's met immediately on the far side. And nowhere to go that time. We'll set up second down and long.
Yeah, great play. Jackson Bearfield, the Sentinel linebacker that was there. Great tackling for him. Got low, hit him at the knees, took him down. And Brady Casagrande is a hard guy to take down. A real athlete for Bozeman. So good tackling by the Sentinel Spartans.
The two brothers. Brady a sophomore, Jake a senior. Trying to get this Hawks team back into the ball game against the two-time defending state champions. Second down and 8. The handoff goes to Brady Casagrande, and he rumbles up the middle for about 2 or 3 yards. Taken down by Jackson Bearfield, and that'll set up third down and get these Sentinel students going once again. We got the neon theme tonight.
Yeah, if you watch this again, also Dominic Umeli, great two-way player, jumped on the back of the running back. Way to get in the backfield there and then chase the running back down. Great speed you see from a lineman.
Yeah, Umeli barely leaves the field. And he is such an asset for this Sentinel squad. All right, big play here. Third down and 4 from the 18. Casagrande takes it. The give, and taken down right at the 18-yard line. It's going to create a fourth down once again for the Hawks. O'Brien took the carry. Check that. It was Casagrande once again. And once again, decision time.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Bozeman's doing kicking a lot of field goals here unless they're PATs. They're going to stay on the field and go for this one. But a great stop by the Sentinel defense and another big fourth down coming in the red zone for the Bozeman Hawks.
It doesn't look like Levi Wesche drove all this way to kick field goals. And they're going to stay out in the field. Fourth down and 4 from the Sentinel 18-yard line. 2 wide receivers split out. And now coming back to the line was Leascioni, but the give goes to Casagrande, and he can't get anywhere. Brady stuffed at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Dolan, among others, and for the second time in this first half, the Hawks turn it over on downs.
Yeah, run on like 4th and 3 or 4 there. And as you watch this replay here,
not a lot of room.
Yeah, it goes outside, and met immediately. That's Umali again. Great play on the edge, shed the blocker, tackles him in the backfield, and Sentinel gets the ball going the other way.
Just a great play by Umali, like you said. Sean Lichty there as well.
And man, just leaving points on the board there for Bozeman. That's back-to-back drives where they've turned it over in the red zone.
So there you get a look at Dane Oliver, trying to make it 3 state championships in a row. They lost some key contributors from last year, but this team looks like they just have that ability to control a game like they did so many times last year. That time the give goes right back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 with the clock winding in the second quarter.
Yeah, well, 2 is huge, but they call it a three-peat for a reason. That really starts to define a dynasty when you can win 3 in a row, and I know Dan Oliver knows that, and that's exactly what he's looking for this year, no less.
As Rondo took the carry that time, sort of the 3rd-string running back of sorts. They like to go back and forth between Curtis and Jones, but perhaps trying to give them a breather. As Allen will get ready here on 2nd and 10 from the 19. They give right up the middle, and Rondo got a couple of yards maybe, and it'll be 3rd at about medium here for Sentinel.
That's back-to-back kind of run plays right down the middle there. Maybe you think that the cornerbacks start to get a little stagnant.
And that time it was Jones, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, and start to think the cornerbacks get a little stagnant. Now they run a little play action maybe.
We'll call it 3rd down and 6 from their own 23-yard line. As they run a tight formation here. Allen in an empty set will send Hafliger in motion and drop back to throw. Looking to his right, fires, it is caught. And that right at the line to gain was Carson Bates. First time we said his name tonight, the 6 foot, 175-pound senior. And he got there. Yeah, it was a close call right at the line, Jack.
Yeah, look how he caught it and ran backwards a little bit. Carson Betts, he had 2 catches last week against West, so he's a part of this offense. Yeah, you see, catches it, runs back a little bit, and gets tackled by 2 guys. I think they gave him forward progress there. Great tackling by Bozeman, but way to find the pocket by Carson Betts.
They say he got to the 31-yard line, and Spartans will set up shop, continuing to run the clock in a fast-moving first half. 1st and 10 from the 31. Allen takes the snap and will give it. And there goes Jones on the far side, breaking tackles across midfield before he's pushed out on his own sideline. He just continues to be a weapon in the run game, and you can see why Brett Vigen likes him so much that he wants him on his squad next year.
Yeah, Adam Jones, they ran their heavy set package, and he just ran right over him. Great job, Adam Jones. Using his vision. I mean, he's got a lot of great vision. He has an offer from the University of Utah in baseball, actually, to come play down there, but great vision by Adam Jones. 1st down Spartans in Bozeman Hawk territory.
A great 3-sport athlete, football, baseball, and hockey.
Really?
Yeah. How's that? Allen will take the snap, and this play looks like it's going to come back as he sends it down the far sideline, but I believe we have a hold on the Sentinel offensive line. I'm not sure how you can get recruited for hockey up in Montana, Jack. I don't know. You have any insight on
you know, they got high school teams, like Bozeman has the Ice Dogs, where I think these Hawks guys would play. I think there's a team in Missoula here,
Missoula's
too.
got the Bruins. There you get another look.
Actually, now I think about Ice Dogs are a professional team, but they all have small teams everywhere in Montana. You can get recruited if you're a standout, but no affiliated high school hockey here. Kind of same with baseball, actually.
Just starting to become a varsity sport this spring. Efforts being made across the state to get it up off the ground. Still going to wait a year here in Missoula. Back on the field now. It's 1st and 20 after the penalty. The give to Curtis as he runs off the right guard, but is met by a couple of defenders and just absolutely nowhere to go. A great job that time from Quaid Ash, who met him in the backfield. And 1st and 20 now turns to a 2nd and long as well. They'll say he got back to the original line of scrimmage. As you can see, Curtis just tried to go to the right side, but was met right away. Credit Everett Carr there, too, like you said earlier, the MSU commit. Yeah, now 2nd and 19. They'll say he actually got a yard on that play. As a screen to the far side to Curtis. We'll get back past the original line of scrimmage and about 5 yards back to the 50. We'll still set up a 3rd and long, but make it a little easier on the screen to Curtis.
Yeah, way to get yards after contact for Everett Carr there. He's a big guy. That's what you like to see if you're Sentinel. So you watch the replay here, a quick little right pass out to him. Good stiff arm. Drags the defender a few ways before another guy came to help for Bozeman. Looks like he maybe could have drugged that guy into the end zone.
6'1", 205. And you get him just going uphill like that. He's a bowling ball and just so hard to take down. 3rd and 14. And we will get a stoppage on the field here. Let's see what it's for. Just an issue with the clock. I believe they thought Curtis was pushed out of bounds. Or, sorry, stayed in bounds, but he was pushed out. So they'll add 6 more seconds back. Make it 4 minutes and 22 seconds to go. Sentinels have the ball for a good chunk of this second quarter, and that's what makes them so hard to beat. When they get a lead on you, you really have to have a vertical offense to be able to beat them that can score quickly.
And you also have got to be able to stop them on defense, get some quick tackles on their run plays, make them go 3 and out. That's not what happened here. They've slowly gotten first down after first down and run it down. Maybe a big play here for the Bozeman Hawks defense to come up with a stop and force a punt here.
It's like they've had the big plays. They've been able to drive down the field, but they've just been stalled inside the 30. 3rd and 14 as Allen will take it. Fake it to Jones. Now he's going to go deep downfield. He's got a man open, and it's caught. Hauled in by Carson Bates inside the 5. A game breaker when they needed one on 3rd and 14. And that'll set up 1st and goal on the deep shot from Riley Allen.
Yeah, they faked the outside handoff to the receiver and went deep. Great play, great pass. Even better catch as you watch here roll out. Allen airs it out. Betts has a couple steps on him. It's a little short. Waits for it. Right back shoulder catch. Phenomenal by Carson Betts there as Sentinels rolling quick here.
Avery Allen had great defense, played it perfectly, but just a great throw. As then we'll get 2 late flags this time. Double the laundry as the give went nowhere. And now Sentinel might be backing themselves up, but let's check the flag. So you get another look on the play. They tried to give it to Jones, and he's a great athlete, but he can only do so much. And they'll get Bozeman for their 2nd face mask of the night. Can't really go that far, only half the distance, so it's only about a 2.5-yard penalty.
Yeah, face mask is a tough penalty, too, because usually you're looking at tackling for them, you're going for their knees. So anyone who's grabbing the face mask usually ends up, you're kind of in a weird place, you're tackling them a little too high.
1st and goal Sentinel, chance to really start to distance themselves. Already up 2 scores. Dolan will take the direct snap, tries to bounce it right, but he's met by a trio of Bozeman Hawks. Brady Casagranda among them. So they've changed it up a little bit.
Well, actually, I think that might have been Adam Jones.
It was
the direct
Jones,
snap
I beg your pardon. It was Dolan lead blocking. Yeah. Jones who took the snap, and they just got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think they put 3 receivers out to the left to get a few Bozeman Hawks away from the box, and then they brought 3 guys. They brought their 2 star kind of playmakers in kind of lead blocker handoff, but it didn't work. Bozeman rushed it, knew it wasn't going to be a pass. Great play.
Allen will keep it for himself and get down to about the 2. You had Adam Jones going in motion across the formation, and now they'll get a fire sale change of personnel here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going heavy. Looks like they're going heavy here, Zach. Probably you would think a little run down the middle here. And interestingly enough, we've had a few kind of times when the ball's stalled in the red zone. It happened to Bozeman twice, and now Sentinel almost stalled last time with a fumble in the red zone, and now here it's big 3rd down from inside the 5.
We'll put Riley Allen on the sideline. J.J. Dolan will take the direct snap, trying to follow his blockers, and he's in. Touchdown, Spartans.
That's 2 today for J.J. Dolan. Great play. Way to read the blockers. They went heavy, and it paid off. The big boys for Sentinel getting it done up front. J.J. Dolan, touchdown.
A great wall of blockers to the right side. Dolan marched to the promised land, and now it's a 3-score lead for Sentinel. Hawks had their chances to get him in the backfield, but he's just so elusive. And now a chance to make it 22 with Caden Dernberger on for the point after.
Quick like a cat, J.J. Dolan.
The snap, ball down. Dernberger will put it through the uprights. Sentinel 22, Bozeman nothing. 2:39 to go in the first half. You're watching high school football on SWX.
Paradise Falls, Missoula's coolest hotspot since 1993. Paradise Falls. Good food, good times, and good games for friends and family. Paradise Falls has 18 beers on tap, 22 TVs, and 20 gaming machines. We have you covered when you work up an appetite watching your favorite sporting event at Paradise Falls. Finger foods you'll need both hands for. Paradise Falls, easy to find on Missoula's south side. 3621 Brooks, near the corner of Brooks and Reserve. Find your paradise. Paradise Falls.
Inside MCPS Stadium here in Missoula. Alongside me, Jack Marshall. I'm Zach Kaplan. You can see the Sentinel students having fun. Jack, I don't think we got the neon memo today.
Yeah, I forgot to wear my neon construction vest out today. That's too bad, but...
You're just saving it for next week, right?
Yeah, next week's my week where I'm coming in.
All right, well, we'll make a mental note of that. It's a big weekend of football here on our family of networks. We're excited. This is only the appetizer, Jack. Hope you're ready tomorrow. Got a pair of games in Billings. We got the Skyview Falcons and the Senior Bronx. 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock, both games right here on SWX. And then the Montana Grizzlies and Montana State Bobcats getting back in action on Saturday. Grizz will kick off at 1 from Washington Grizzlies Stadium. The Bobcats from Bozeman at 6, their annual Gold Rush game. We can't wait. This is the first of 5. This is like Thanksgiving, Jack. You got all the football. We'll serve it right up for you.
Oh, football's back, baby. It's a quick kickoff here for Sentinel.
Allen will take it at the 10, out to the numbers, and he's just sworn out of bounds at the 20-yard line. That's Cordell Holzer that time who was back deep. Check the number.
And a quick little tackle for Sentinel, and Hunter Sellers came and finished it off, kind of right in front of the student section here. Great tackle. You see the special teams guys making plays. Friends in the student section are loving it.
And I think the most interesting part of this first half, the creativity from Sentinel's offense. Last year, you know, a lot of times it felt like they would just give the ball to Zach Cruz. There you see the students. I mean, man, it must be nice having a football team like this to cheer for. As you see some of the offensive minds on the Sentinel sideline.
Yeah, they're
getting creative.
Yeah, they're hitting a point where if you go to every game, you're never going to see them lose with the win streak they're on right now.
But you also see them win in different ways. As Casagrande drops back to throw, avoids the pressure, gets the throw off to Luke Smith, who's taken down just shy of the 30, about the 29-yard line. As the Hawks keep it moving, Casagrande looks like he was caught in the backfield, but kept the play alive.
Yeah, great job. Dominic Umeli back in the backfield again. He's really disrupting right now, but great job, senior quarterback, keeping the play alive, rolling out almost a sack there, and then another guy came in. Great catch, first down Bozeman, or second and short.
Casagrande back again, finds Smith over the middle, and he's into Sentinel territory. Back-to-back throws from Casagrande to Smith, the trusted tight end. And they'll take a quick timeout. Levi Weshy not wasting any time. With under 2 minutes to go, trying to get a score. We're going to keep it right here, Jack, as Luke Smith just really unleashing himself here these last few plays.
Yeah, they like to bring him in motion pre-snap sometimes. Like, I mean, we've seen a lot of motion tonight, but get the matchup you want with Luke Smith, maybe him on a cornerback or a linebacker, depending on what you feel the matchup is. Great play by him in Sentinel territory. Now Bozeman needs to kind of finish the play here. This is the third time in a row they've been in Sentinel territory, knocking on the door. Back-to-back times a turnover and fourth down. Cotton Eye Joe's playing. It's time to go.
You can get it to a 2-score game at the half. I think you have to be pretty happy with yourself if you're the Hawks.
Yeah, you got to keep yourself in striking distance of the Sentinel team. I mean, that's how you upset teams. Like, you got to stay close with them all game and then kind of maybe finish it out the end. But if you let them kind of shut you out in the first half, up 3 scores, that's not what you want. That's why they call in a timeout, stopping the clock, getting all their ducks in a row. Big plays coming up here for the Bozeman Hawks.
Smith had one of the 3 Bozeman touchdowns last week. Also had 5 catches and 41 yards to go with it. He's also the punter and kicker for the Hawks. Not seen the punt in this game yet.
A bit of utility player for him. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a PAT team if he came out too.
Great guy to have in fantasy.
Yeah, for your Class AA Montana State Fantasy League, Luke Smith might just be a first-rounder.
Contributes in a lot of different areas for this Bozeman Hawks squad. All right, we're back. Minute 56 to go. Ball on the Sentinel 45. It's 1st and 10. A no-look pass. And he was trying to lead a receiver in stride, but Casagrande just overthrew it by a hair. He was looking for Harrison. Just missed him.
Yeah, I mean, once again, kind of had to get off really quickly, Sentinel disrupting. If you look here, I don't think Harrison was looking at the ball. Yeah, that's right. The ball came down a little too late. Maybe if he'd seen the ball in the air earlier, he would have been able to get under that one, but was not looking, waiting for his pass to break. Casagrande didn't have time in the pocket, had to get rid of it. Not quite on the same page there, and it's going to be an incomplete pass.
Had a step on Brady Kolendeich, but just couldn't come up with it. So now it's 2nd and 10 from the Sentinel 45. A $1:51 to go in the first half. Casagrande, 3-step drop, off the hands of Smith, and incomplete. I don't think that was the worst outcome for Bozeman on that play.
Well, J.J. Dolan just flew. Yeah, J.J. Dolan just, the nickel player just shot up the middle and hit Casagrande in the backfield. Yeah, that's as good as you could ask for right there. No interception and no sack. Great blitz dialed up by Sentinel. Bozeman did not pick up the blitzing guy.
But he would have only gained maybe a yard or two. Definitely gets taken down in bounds. But it does set up a 3rd and 10 now with 1:48 on the Sentinel 45. Casagrande fakes the give, bumps into Jack O'Brien. Now trying to make something happen, throws it downfield and can't connect. He had Avery Allen. It went through his hands.
Yeah, the play broke down there. Great job at Casagrande to keep everyone, kind of keep the play going. And he had his guy, Avery Allen, a great receiver for this team. State champion wrestler and everything, and he just hits both his hands a little too far. And it looks like they're going to bring out the punt team. A great stop coming into halftime here by the Sentinel Spartans.
Rondo on the coverage, and like we just said, Luke Smith is back deep in punt formation. They put 2 returners back there, Hafliger, and it looks like Jones for the Spartans, with their toes just outside their own 10-yard line.
2 touchbacks, or 4 punts for 110 yards, 2 touchbacks on his kickoffs last week. Luke Smith with a punt inside the 20 here.
So Bozeman will take it, and we'll keep it right here with 1:32 to go. Could Sentinel try to add one more score? Such a running offense, a little tough with only 90 seconds left.
It is tough, but
they have all their timeouts.
Yeah, but you do know, I mean, Dana Alvarez used a lot of different funny plays here, so maybe they'll try and dial something up. They had that great deep pass on the last drive, so maybe they'll be able to air it out a little bit, maybe try a few plays. But remember, you're kind of on your own side of the field, so you don't want to get too risky, turn the ball over, and Bozeman take over within the red zone.
We'll see what Dane Oliver decides to do.
Looks like they're going to go back to that heavy set formation where they have a tight end on the left side of the formation and a running back, and Adam Jones right behind the quarterback.
Allen back in a quarterback. The give, and just nothing there that time. Bottled up once again. That Bozeman defense doing a lot better on those off-tackle runs when they know it's coming. When Allen's in the game, and he's in the backfield. That time with Brandon Rondo. And it's just crazy how many different guys they have who touch the football. Rondo not able to get anywhere that time. Check it was actually Jones, but a lot of different guys who get involved in this offense.
And they just took out Jones. Clock's still running in their own 20. It looks like they might just put the ball on the ground here and finish out the half.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're in any rush. Just no mistakes inside your 20. As the give goes on the near side, Curtis that time. And he's wrapped up after a gain of about 2 or 3 yards. As the clock dips under 40 seconds to go in the first half, the Hawks will take a timeout. See if they can't get a stop here and try to get one last possession. 38 seconds to go. We'll keep it right here.
I mean, not the worst play call, because if with that timeout there, because you get another stop here, call a timeout, 4th down, then you get in the ball back, maybe in good field position, with probably good field position, and an extra timeout. And that is, passing the ball is the Bozeman Hawks' strength. They've been really able to air the ball out against these 2 teams they faced so far this year. So maybe, just maybe a chance for Bozeman to get another score going, their first score going at halftime, make it a 2-score game. But first, they have to make a big stop on defense here.
We talked about Luke Smith being the punter for Bozeman. It's actually Riley Allen, the quarterback, who punts for the Sentinel Spartans. Last week, he had 5 punts, average of 42 yards.
Kind of seems like a scheming nightmare when the quarterback's back to punt, because you can always run a fake punt pass.
You can just pick somebody out of nowhere.
Yeah, if your quarterback is the punter, you can always run a fake punt pass.
38 seconds to go, 3rd down and 7 from their own 22-yard line. Dane Oliver and company seeming like they just want to play things out into the half, not get too fancy. We'll see. The official gives the ready for play. Got that heavy set once again. 2 wide receivers on the far side. And Allen will keep it himself. Hit hard as he's taken down at the 25-yard line. The timeout taken immediately by the Hawks. So they are out of timeouts for the half, but they will get the ball back. Probably about 20, 25 seconds left, depending on how high Riley Allen can get this punt.
Yeah, I mean, if Riley Allen doesn't pass it here, it could be a good punt. And, I mean, that's exactly what you wanted if you're the Bozeman Hawks. 4th down, call your timeout. Got a timeout left. Going to get the ball back. Now it's time. Big stop by the defense. Now time for the Bozeman Hawks offense to punch one in.
Nice crowd filling in here as there you see the Bozeman defense. Credit to a lot of these Hawks. They play both ways, and that can be so tough on your depth when your best guys can kind of wear down throughout the game, but Hawks really haven't shown any signs of that. They've been making the big plays. They just can't quite finish off some of these offensive series.
And Bozeman's going to bring out Liscioni back to return the punt. He'll line up on his own side of the field, but with a good return and maybe a bad punt, you could end up in Sentinel Spartans territory with 30 minutes to go. Or that's Avery Allen actually back there. You could end up in Sentinel Spartans territory with 30 seconds to go and a timeout.
Allen's done a nice job on the return game so far tonight.
Also keep an eye out. Last week the Bozeman Hawks blocked a punt for a touchdown. That was Luke Smith, the tight end, who did it, I believe.
So Allen is back with his left heel at the 10-yard line. He'll get the snap and get it off. It's kind of a sidewinder that takes a bounce at the 45. Fumbled by Allen and picked up by the Spartans.
That's about as bad as it can go for the Bozeman Hawks.
Oh, my goodness.
You hate to see it bounce in and out of his hands, and that's basically like a pass for Avery Allen way down the field. Sentinel Spartans ball at 20 seconds now. I think maybe now you still have all your timeouts as you watch the replay here. Oh, my gosh. Right into the hands of a group of Sentinel Spartans. Great punt coverage.
It was Jackson Bearfield who came up with it.
And now Sentinel maybe air the ball out. You got 2 plays, take 2 shots.
It was a funky punt. It wasn't quite end over end. It was kind of a sidewinder. Took an odd bounce right at around the M at midfield.
Well, it looks like he thought they were going to wait for him to down it. Maybe that was kind of wasting seconds. He's like, oh, maybe I'll catch him off guard and return it. But
so just like that, Riley Allen back on the field in an empty set. Will kick it out wide for Jones. Now back to Allen on a throwback screen, but he has to fall on it as he drops it at midfield.
Looking for maybe a double pass or a pass back and run for Riley Allen. He had open field in front of him, but he fumbled it. But if you look there, not a great play for Sentinel, but a great play by Riley Allen. Watch here, he'll throw it back, but he fumbles the ball and he jumps on it immediately. Not going to let anyone else pick up it, not going to try and miss it and run forwards. He conserves the ball, and now they'll probably just kneel it out and go into halftime here.
Well, the Spartans went to the line of scrimmage. Now they go back to the huddle as the officials were discussing something on the near side, probably whether it was a forward or backward pass.
And now you can kind of see how Bozeman's lining up on defense. And you have 12 seconds left, but if you're kind of in the huddle, they don't know how you're lining up, but you see where they got their guys on the field. Only 2 safeties back right now for Bozeman. Now it looks like they might switch it up and only have 1 guy far back.
Again, their base defense, usually a 3-3 stack, so they like to have that nickel corner on the field. So we'll see what Sentinel does here. 2nd and 10 from the 46, 12 seconds to go. Allen dropping back to throw. He's got a lot of time. Heaves it back deep.
Did he catch that? He did.
Oh, my God. Carson Bates with the catch of the year so far for the Spartans. How did he come up with that? Double coverage downfield. Didn't matter. Touchdown Sentinel. What a play by Carson Bates to catch that in double coverage. I mean, I was in as much disbelief as you were. You got to be kidding me.
I mean, that's 3 plays in a row. Well, not 3 plays in a row, but 3 plays where 2 of them went as good as you could ask for the Sentinel Spartans. Carson Bates.
Oh, my goodness.
Great throw by Riley Allen. If you watch the replay here, chucks it high, moon ball, double coverage, lands right in his hands into the end zone. I can't believe it. Head tap, PAT, good for the Spartans. Great first half by Sentinel.
With 4 seconds left, and they unbelievably cash another touchdown on a catch that still defies physics in my head by Carson Bates.
Well, if you're Sentinel Spartans, you're back in your own you're punting from your own red zone, and all of a sudden you have the ball in your own 50, and all of a sudden you're in the end zone. Like, that's as good of a turnaround as you could ask for. They're ready to leave the half with 22 points, and Bozeman was hoping to get 10 points. And then just 2 plays end up in their fortune, and all of a sudden Sentinel up 29-0, kind of insurmountable.
It looked like Bozeman might have had a chance to make it a 2-score game. And instead, it just totally gets away from them right before the half.
Some great celebration there as you watch on that replay from the Sentinel Spartans. I mean, they loved it. That was just a Hail Mary. It's plain and simple. As good as you could ask for. Bozeman didn't line their guys up on the goal line, so they're still kind of chasing the receiver. Betts came down with it. Great play. I mean, he's 6 foot tall. He's got some height. Ball lands right in his hands. Luck is in favor of the Sentinel Spartans tonight.
He's a great track runner for Craig Mettler's squad. Big participant on the 400 and the 800 this past spring. Another state title in track and field as well.
Yeah, it's in that huddle. They said, get in the blocks. Go down the field. We'll throw it up. You just got to run under it.
Riley Allen just saying, hey, he's down there somewhere.
He's got to be. Someone is in the end zone right now. I'm going to throw it up.
But
that's kind of what it was.
To your point, kind of the curious decision of having as many DBs in the game as Bozeman does. And they only have 2 back there, but credit to Spartans, an excellent play design, and that should just about take us to the end of the first half. The Sentinel Spartans, man, they are off and running in this first half. Jack, your big takeaways from both teams.
Yeah, well, as you watch here, just power from Sentinel Spartans. They've made the big plays when they needed to come here. Offensive dominance and defensive dominance. Overall, all Sentinel Spartans.
I'll take us to the half. We'll be right back here at SWX.
Paradise Falls, Missoula's coolest hotspot since 1993. Paradise Falls. Good food, good times, and good games for friends and family. Paradise Falls has 18 beers on tap, 22 TVs, and 20 gaming machines. We have you covered when you work up an appetite watching your favorite sporting event at Paradise Falls. Finger foods you'll need both hands for. Paradise Falls, easy to find on Missoula South Side, 3621 Brooks, near the corner of Brooks and Reserve. Find your paradise. Paradise Falls.
Dreams are made from within. Hard work, teamwork, and perseverance can make your dreams come alive. Make your adventure happen with J&K Customs.
I'm John.
And I'm Ben.
And we're the Kubota Tractor Guys. Kubota means quality and nationwide rates highest in customer satisfaction.
Discover Kubota's durability you can count on with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
Big Sky Kubota stocks a large selection of tractors and implements.
Stop in and see our wide selection of mowers, excavators, and RTVs.
Big Sky Kubota's service techs can help you get the most of your Kubota.
Big Sky Kubota. Remember, think orange.
In Montana, the elements aren't the only thing you have to worry about. It's the wildlife. Montana right now, and SWX is your broadcast home for Bobcat football. The Montana State Bobcats football season starts here on ABC Fox Montana as the Bobcats take on the McNeese State Cowboys Saturday at 6 p.m. on ABC Montana.
Welcome back to Missoula. A reminder, tonight's SWX presentation of high school football featuring the Sentinel Spartans and the Bozeman Hawks is brought to you in part by Missoula County Public Schools. Forward-thinking, high-achieving, the Missoula County Public Schools. We are back here at a game where the Sentinel Spartans have just looked tremendous, Jack. 29-0 our score at the half between the Hawks and the Spartans. It's not like Bozeman's been playing that badly. They've been in this game. They've had their chances, just haven't been able to cash in. And Sentinel's been taking advantage of every opportunity they get.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Both teams played great offensively, especially. It's just there's been a few places the ball has kind of rolled Sentinel's way. They had a goal line play where the ball kind of was fumbled by J.J. Dolan, but he still punched it in. They had another long pass that was a back shoulder pass, but great catch. And then they had that last drive there where they threw up a Hail Mary, and they caught the Hail Mary after a fumble. So the ball's really bouncing in Sentinel's way so far. Bozeman's been on the bad end of some really game-changing plays.
Spartans going for their 23rd win in a row. They are on their way. You're watching high school football on SWX. We've reached halftime. We'll be right back here on Thursday Night High School Football.
Paradise Falls, Missoula's coolest hotspot since 1993. Paradise Falls. Good food, good times, and good games for friends and family. Paradise Falls has 18 beers on tap, 22 TVs, and 20 gaming machines. We have you covered when you work up an appetite watching your favorite sporting event at Paradise Falls. Finger foods you'll need both hands for. Paradise Falls, easy to find on Missoula South Side. 3621 Brooks, near the corner of Brooks and Reserve. Find your paradise. Paradise Falls.
In Montana, the elements aren't the only thing you have to worry about. It's the wildlife. Montana right now, and SWX is your broadcast home from Montana Grizzly football. The University of Montana Grizzly football season starts here on ABC Fox Montana as the Grizz take on the Northwestern State Demons Saturday at 1 p.m. on ABC Montana.
Ferocious.
Come on, shoot. Rejected.
Dangerous.
You're making a terrible mistake.
Don't worry about me. Worry about him.
I was talking to him.
Mess with her family. Prepare to meet Mama Bear.
My daughter wants to get to know you, and I'm not going to stand in the way of that. But if you hurt that little girl, I will kill you.
I think I just peed a little.
Mom. Weekdays at 3 on Fox Montana.
Welcome to Montana, a place where the horizon never ends, full of friendly folk just trying to do right. But in the untamed wilderness, you never know what's going to be coming around the bend. One thing's for certain. Once you set foot in this place, you may never want to go home again. And you might not.
Keep on the sunny side.
Remember that infamous televangelist who raked in millions?
Jim Baker is a snake oil salesman. I think he thought he was God.
Well, he's back at it.
The guy's good at getting people to part with their money.
It's like Jim Baker reboot.
Come on, Jim. With a new con that'll blow you away.
A con artist for the ages.
A con that knew no earthly limits.
All new tonight on ABC.
Welcome back to a raucous MCPS Stadium here in Missoula as you take a look at this week's high school football rankings going into the second week of play. We mentioned Capital, the big win over these Bozeman Hawks. Glacier, always a good team with Grady Bennett at the helm. Billings West, they're going to play Capital, so 2 versus 4 this week. I feel like that's the matchup of the week, Jack.
Yeah, Billings West and Helena Capital with 2 teams. They got a bunch of D1 commits either side. So, you know, it's always a big matchup here. Also, same side of the state, so that might determine a kind of a playoff matchup later on in the year, too.
And then we got another sneaky good matchup. I want to talk about 8th-ranked CMR, 3rd-ranked Glacier. That's kind of an intriguing one. CMR won a crazy game last week. Glacier steamrolled Belgrade. That's another game to look out for tomorrow night.
Yeah, I mean, Glacier, if you kill a team and you really come in and take care of business, sometimes it's hard to get used to if a team comes out and starts hitting you hard like CMR might against this Glacier team. It's kind of hard to adjust to that sometimes. So Great Falls CMR might have a chance to kind of pull off an upset.
And in Billings, we'll have a pair of games for you on our air on SWX tomorrow. It's the Skyview Falcons welcoming Big Sky, and then the Senior Bronx welcoming in Helena High. You see teams number 9 and 10 on our poll. We'll have that game for you tomorrow night at 7. Billings Senior, Helena, always a couple of hours. Well, that'll take us to our next commercial break, and we'll be right back here just a few minutes away from the start of the second half. You're watching high school football on SWX.
I'm John.
And I'm Ben.
And we're the Kubota Tractor Guys. Kubota means quality and nationwide rates highest in customer satisfaction.
Discover Kubota's durability you can count on with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
Big Sky Kubota stocks a large selection of tractors and implements.
Stop in and see our wide selection of mowers, excavators, and RTVs.
Big Sky Kubota's service techs can help you get the most of your Kubota.
Big Sky Kubota. Remember, think orange.
Paradise Falls, Missoula's coolest hotspot since 1993. Paradise Falls. Good food, good times, and good games for friends and family. Paradise Falls has 18 beers on tap, 22 TVs, and 20 gaming machines. We have you covered when you work up an appetite watching your favorite sporting event at Paradise Falls. Finger foods you'll need both hands for. Paradise Falls, easy to find on Missoula South Side, 3621 Brooks, near the corner of Brooks and Reserve. Find your paradise. Paradise Falls.
In Montana, the elements aren't the only thing you have to worry about. It's the wildlife. Montana right now, and SWX is your broadcast home from Montana Grizzly football. The University of Montana Grizzly football season starts here on ABC Fox Montana as the Grizz take on the Northwestern State Demons Saturday at 1 p.m. on ABC Montana.
You're loving, laughing, joyous and free.
You're doing what? You're out of your mind!
You're funny, unique, exciting and different.
You cannot be serious. You're a madman.
You're perfect. Real life, real people, really amazing videos. Right this minute, America's daily viral video show.
Weeknights at 12:36 on ABC Montana.
Garden City Tree Service has been owned and operated by our family for over 26 years, and we take pride in our professional arbor care solutions. Whether you need pruning, total tree removal, or wildfire mitigation, our team of skilled experts is fully insured, licensed, and certified. Wildfire can be an extremely destructive force, but with proper planning and implementation, Garden City Tree Service can help protect your home by thinning trees and creating a wildfire defensible space. Call for your free estimate today. Garden City Tree Service. Honest, professional, experienced.
To apply.
Welcome back as the moon begins to rise here in Missoula. Alongside me, Jack Marshall. I'm Zach Kaplan. The Sentinel Spartans with a healthy lead at the half. Jack, just your first half takeaways as we head into the final 24 minutes here.
Yeah, I mean, Bozeman stopped Adam Jones so far. No touchdowns from yet, the D1 commit, but they still have been able to run all over this Bozeman Hawks defense. As you see there, J.J. Dolan punching one in on a kind of a wild snap. They also took one on the goal line here, and there's Adam Jones kind of breaking one play open. But good offense for both teams, but Sentinel Spartans have been the ones who've been able to enter the end zone.
When you think about Bozeman, they've just been getting these plays, getting downfield, but they've just been kind of getting unlucky, and then you just think about this play. Carson Bates just catching it over two defenders. It was just an unbelievable play to see. Just a wild way to end the half after Avery Allen couldn't get a handle on the punt. Kind of a odd bounce with the punt, and it just totally threw the end of the first half Sentinel's way.
Yeah, right now if you're Sentinel, give it to J.J. Dolan on the goal line and throw the ball high in the air with a prayer, and maybe you'll get a few touchdowns. As we see, put on your seatbelts. The Sentinel student section is still alive and well. They're getting a little crazy here at halftime. The neon theme is out, and now that the lights are on, it might be a little easier to see them, Zach.
They're unfazed. They're just having fun. Hey, it's a Thursday. You get to stay out late on a school night. I mean, you'll take that anytime, won't you?
Yeah, and 8 seconds on the clock. Here comes the Sentinel Spartans out of halftime. Looks like they might load it up a little more. Here, as we see a loud cheer from the student section. Two-time defending state champion Sentinel Spartans up 29-0. A helicopter just flew over the field. People are getting loud.
You think about just the dominant teams the last 20 years. This Sentinel squad has certainly been chief among them. A win tonight puts them one shy of tying the CMR Rustlers with 24 consecutive wins. That's fourth all-time in Class AA, as there come the Spartans trotting out for the second half. Dan Oliver, Shirley just imploring them to keep their foot on the gas.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to see good football in the state of Montana, you go to Sentinel High these days. I mean, even the last couple of years, you've watched them. There's D1 commits on the team now. There'll probably be more in the future. And the last couple of years, they've had guys not only go D1, but they play D1. Sentinel has a powerhouse going on right now, and all they got to do is keep the streak alive.
Yeah, we saw earlier on the sideline, Joe Wida, a big tight end on last year's team, who was hanging out, getting ready for game day tomorrow, of course. The Montana Grizzlies kick it off their 2022 season.
Tomorrow.
Saturday. Still Thursday.
Yeah, still Thursday night lights here, but yeah, you're right. Joe White, a true freshman on the Montana Grizzlies this year. One of quite a few Sentinel Spartans that are playing on the other side of town. His dad, the head athletic trainer at UM.
It's certainly a big part of the program, and you said it when it comes to kind of putting guys at the next level and just continuing to win championships and finding ways to really just put football teams to sleep. Sentinel just finds their way to do it. Billings West really gave them all they could handle last week. It was 17-0 Spartans at the half, but perhaps they got some of their kinks out by doing that last week and still getting the win.
And I think something interesting in the first half, Zach, we saw a fair amount of penalties, quite a few ones in motion, false start. I heard tonight there's actually a ref clinic going on where there's a bunch of future officials in the state of Montana watching these refs in midfield there, making their calls, kind of learning from it, seeing what they're doing. And obviously you want to stay sharp with the refs. They're keeping an eye out for everything pre-snap. That's why we've seen quite a few false start penalties that hurt either team. It's not like it's a one-way thing or anything, but you'll have to see a ref clinic, get a few officials trained to make good calls in here in the future. And it looks like they're gathering here on midfield now, maybe talking through what they're going to do in the second half, keep it a good game.
Yeah, give both teams about another minute to warm up here. A little late getting out of the locker room, but that's all right. Everyone's having fun here. And we're actually going to have a feature on the officials from this game we should tell folks about. Sean Rainey is down on the field right now. He's got these referees wired for sound. He's been going in the locker room with them before the game, at halftime, as there you see our head official. And we're actually going to get to hear from them on SWX, the refs from this very game, in about a week or two. We'll obviously keep an eye and post on social media when the feature airs, but you know, Sean did something similar when Helgene and Big Sky played in basketball. It's a crazy game back in the winter, and really a lot of great feedback. A lot of people understanding truly what it's like to be a ref on game day. Of course, you know, you yell at them, you jeer at them from the stands, but unfortunately in the state of Montana, a lot of turnover, and pieces like that help to highlight just what it's like to be an official. And of course, we'll post that on our Twitter and Facebook pages as soon as it airs. And you can watch it on SWX tonight. It airs at 10:30 Monday through Friday.
Yeah, I wonder what we're going to hear from the refs on that, Zach. Any ideas?
What we're going to
hear? In the mic'd up. What do you think the refs are going to have to say?
Let's have a good, clean game tonight, guys. Let's keep it up between the whistles, and let's have some fun. How was that?
That's pretty good. I feel like they're going to maybe be a little like, oh, he was getting a little too loose. That's another false start. Bring him back 5.
Something like that. And I think we're just about ready to get the second half underway.
As Bozeman opted to receive, they won the toss in the beginning of the game, and now they will have to kick off. Well, so you end the half on a Hail Mary, and now you have to kick to the Sentinel Spartans again. Got a little insult to injury there. And you won the coin toss, too.
So Luke Smith will come on to kick it off and start half number 2.
It's like we were saying earlier, Zach, a lot of coin flip plays went Sentinel's way, and this time coin flip literally went Bozeman's way, and they still end up kicking into the other team to start the second half.
It's actually not Luke Smith, I beg your pardon. It's Brady Casagrande who's going to get some leg on this one.
Yeah, you get the backup kicker a little loose, see what's going on.
As this one's fielded and taken down eventually is Matthew Van Horn for the Spartans. Dane Oliver starting to put some of his reserves in, get them some key time in this second half as Van Horn is able to make it out to just shy of the 30. They'll mark him at the 29-yard line, and that's where the Spartans will start the second half.
Yeah, good point out there, Zach. We might see Dane Oliver rotate a few guys. I mean, you're up a fair amount of scores. I mean, you're playing a good Bozeman team. This is great reps. We just saw the standings at halftime. Bozeman is not too far away from Sentinel, so get some new guys in, get them ready to have the depth chart ready to go for when maybe someone goes down with an injury. You can plug them in and they're ready to play.
So here come the Spartans. Riley Allen remaining in the game at quarterback. Of course, we've seen him kind of go in and out. A lot of the creativity from Sentinel here in this one as Allen will keep it and go right up the middle, past the 35 to the 36-yard line. We'll set up second and medium. While we have a second here, I want to give a shout out to a colleague of ours, Jason Walker, who just got the job. He's going to be the SID at Providence up in Great Falls. Jason's been a great colleague of ours. You get another look at this play. Big friend of SWX. He's called countless Frontier basketball games, and he's been just a great member of our crew in Helena and Great Falls, really wherever our crew has needed him. And he's taken over as the new SID for the Argos, so we wanted to congratulate a member of our crew while we had the chance. Second down and 3 now as Allen will get the carry, and just upended on the near side is Adam Jones.
Well, it looks like the Bozeman Hawks are making sure he's all right on that one. I mean, it can be scary if a guy ends up like that.
But I'm sure there's a lot of Cats fans on that sideline. You don't want to damage,
yeah, he's the future of your team there. Yeah, that kind of interesting thing. It's all fun and games to tackle him hard until you're seeing him play on Saturdays. But we haven't talked a lot about Riley Allen's been great tonight. He's thrown 2 really long, great passes to his receivers. He went to Marty Morningway's camp this summer. He's usually a lot of the state's top quarterbacks go to, and it's kind of paid off here. It's only his second game as a starter, too.
We give that time to Curtis, and he's able to, looks like, get enough for the first down. Haven't moved the chains quite yet.
Well, maybe the Shadows are playing tricks. They might be.
Let's see. Are they going to mark him a yard short? I believe they are. Right at the line. It's close. Sentinel thinks they have a first down, and so does our head official. So move the chains. It's Quaid Ash who kind of upended Jones on the last play. I believe he's in on that one too. And Spartans will keep it moving. And if there's one team that knows how to run clock, it is Sentinel, the way that they can just methodically run the ball downfield. You talked about the way Allen's been able to go aerial, but perhaps a lot of runs here for the remainder of this one, as Jones will rip one on the far side, just taken down by his shoelaces. He almost had the corner, but he's taken down before he could get there.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a guy like Allen who can throw the ball so far, you kind of got to back the defense up a little bit because you don't want to beat on the third really long pass. So then they can just run the ball if everyone's backed up. And also here, Sentinel's got a good O-line, a bunch of veteran guys in there, guys who've won camps all across the state and really the country. Guys who have some offers from Frontier Conference schools and just big dudes.
Second down and 8 from the Sentinel 41. 3 wide receivers to the near side, with Jones at the hip of Allen. Allen will keep it, pitch it outside, and the ball's on the ground. No, they'll say incomplete. Incomplete pass. Lateral was handled for a second there. But
we'll have to look at the replay here and see if it was forward or not, because that'll be the difference maker for if it was incomplete or should have been a fumble here. As he goes outside, I mean
kind of,
I don't know, yeah.
Directly lateral.
I'm up in the booth here. We'll see. We got the refs doing the clinic here today, so I guess they made the right call there. Forward pass incomplete.
Sure, Levi Westy wishes it had been a live ball. Could have truly gone either way, but we'll set up 3rd and 8 now for Allen, and perhaps we will see him throw here. As he drops back to throw, blitz coming, gets the screen off to the far side, and there goes Jones, shy of the first down marker, and it's going to set up a decision for Dane Oliver.
Jones kind of made something out of nothing. I mean, for Dane Oliver, I mean, you could just punt it and give the ball back, maybe grab momentum, or, I mean, getting a first down here would be a big play, and it looks like they are going to keep, well, I guess the quarterback is the punter, so it's hard to tell what they're going to do, but they're huddling up in a way that might suggest they're going to go
genius.
for it.
You can set right up, and then all of a sudden he takes the snap and can mortar kick it on you.
Could be a pooch punt coming in. Oh, they ran
4th and 1. They're going to run it. And it looks like he got over. Yes, first down Sentinel.
Great little play there. They brought a guy in motion to take a direct snap. I believe that was Danny Sermon, their tight end. Sermon, a guy we haven't talked about too much. 2 touchdowns last week against Billings West. He's a young guy who stepped up, according to Dane Oliver. Like, you need young guys to step up to continue the streak. And Sermon, I mean, family name. There's a lot of great Sermons who've come out of Missoula, but Danny Sermon might be the next one. And a huge play there. Really creative by Dane Oliver. Bring your tight end in motion, and if he can take the snap and do a quarterback sneak, then do it with him, I guess.
So 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Spartans now into Bozeman territory. Allen dropping back to throw. As an open man over the middle. Caught by Jones. No, it's Dolan, beg your pardon. Dolan.
Yeah, it was a great play there by Sentinel. Dolan kind of had to adjust, get his hands under that. When the ball's in the air like that, you got to think pinkies together, make sure the ball stays off the ground. Great eye. Pressure was coming at Riley Allen. J.J. Dolan, great little catch. First down Sentinel, and now they're starting to roll and hoping to put more points on the board.
All the way up to the Bozeman 29-yard line now. Well, we mentioned Brent Vegan earlier in the broadcast. He's actually present tonight here at MCPS Stadium, watching his hometown Hawks and his future running back, Adam Jones.
He knows Jones well. Vegan's son actually played prep baseball with Jones this year. That's how they met each other.
As Sentinel Spartans are going to take a timeout. And we will take it too. 7:29 to go here in the third quarter. Sentinel 29, Bozeman nothing. You're watching high school football right here on SWX.
This week on Health Break, Dr. John Schaefer talks about how to recognize the early warning signs of a stroke.
If you get sudden symptoms that are neurological, think stroke.
Learn more this week on Health Break.
You don't want to miss Fox News Sunday. Break down the biggest issues impacting our nation and ask the critical questions America needs answers to only on Fox News Sunday.
Fox News Sunday is sponsored locally by Culligan of Missoula.
Welcome back to Missoula. Sentinel Spartans huddling around Dane Oliver, former Montana Grizzly himself and head coach. Now the Hawks are trying to get a stop here as the Sentinel Spartans driving into Bozeman territory inside the Hawks 30 now, facing 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line. Alongside Jack Marshall, I'm Zach Kaplan. Thanks for being with us on this Thursday evening. The sun's setting now, a beautiful night here in Missoula. Hot throughout the day. It's going to be hot all weekend, but when the sun sets, it gets a lot cooler.
Yeah, couldn't ask for much better. Sentinel will go back to their favorite heavy set formation. Adam Jones will break it outside, do a little run about 6 yards here.
Jones doing what he does best, making something out of nothing. As we're now halfway through the second quarter. Now here's the question, Jack. Sentinel got it to start the second half. They've had it now for over 4.5 minutes. At what time mark do the Hawks get the ball back? If you had to guess. Just throw it out there.
It's hard to say. I'd say maybe around 5 minutes, a little less than 5, a little under 5 minutes probably.
Okay.
Who can say? Sentinel has been airing the ball out a little bit here from time to time.
Well, two wide receivers on the far side as Allen will drop back to throw. Scrambles right. There's a flag down as the pass gets away and falls to the turf. It was Chris Compton who tried to come up with it for the Spartans, but we'll check the flag first.
Looked like some good pressure in the backfield from the Bozeman Hawks there. And when you leave good pressure, sometimes you get holding penalties, and that was exactly what it looked like here. Luke Smith, the tight end, also a dynamic edge rusher, playing two ways for these Bozeman Hawks. Able to blitz at the quarterback, get a great holding call off the edge.
Yeah, the great bull rush, and they get Templeton for the hold. So that'll back the Spartans up 10. Templeton is second-team All-Stater. So we're getting some interest from frontier schools around the state and an offer from Montana Tech down in Butte.
And hear this out, he can squat 400 pounds.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's like a fridge.
How's your squat looking these days? Not 400?
Not quite. We're like 5 pounds off, probably, something like that.
All right, getting close, Jack. Yep. Nice job. As 2nd and 18 now. Allen takes a shot, and Jones is going to keep the play going. Allen got drilled as he got rid of that football. There's a live runner, so a legal hit, a legal hit.
Yeah,
as he kind of has the ball there.
Take a look at the quarterback. I mean, that's what happens. The quarterback can get hit, and wow, he did get hit hard. Jones, way to regain it, not lose it, but really had nowhere to go and still kind of made 5 yards out of it. Has now a 3rd and long coming.
It was Everett Carr who caused the damage, and now 3rd and 20 after the holding penalty. So a chance for the Hawks to get their first stop of the night. Allen dropping back to throw. Throws it on a throwback screen for Adam Jones. Breaks one tackle. Gets down just shy of the 30. Almost back to the original line of scrimmage, but it'll be a 4th and 11 for the Spartans from their own 31, or from the Bozeman 31, beg your pardon.
I mean, they're so far back. Jones caught like got over 10 yards in that play. You see catching it way behind the line of scrimmage marker and almost takes it back to the first, not the first down marker, but where they originally start, the 10 marker. And now it's going to be a 4th and long here. Not a bad play by Sentinel to regain it, but still even longer. And if you're Bozeman, you cannot let another long pass play go over the top of your defense.
And they won't even give him the 31. They're going to mark him back to the 33. So it's 4th and 14, and they're going to go for it. Riley Allen gets away from the pressure, rolls right. He has some room. He's going to fire it downfield, and that's going to be out of bounds. So the Hawks get their first stop of the night. And this is where it might get interesting, Jack. Sentinel last week, 17-0 lead at the half. Let Billings West back in it. Made a game of it, got within 3. Sentinel eventually able to pull away. And now a chance for the Hawks. Their best starting field position all day.
Best starting field position all day. Great job. Luke Smith, the guy who was in the backfield again there for the Bozeman Hawks, really disrupting the play. Looked like Riley Allen wanted to hit Betts again for another miracle. Didn't work. Now Bozeman really maybe wanted to punt it there for Sentinel because Bozeman, decent field position and a little bit of momentum.
So 1st and 10 for Casagrande, and he will keep it as he rolls out to his left and try to get to the first down marker. He dives and will get to the 44-yard line. Move the chains for the Hawks.
Yeah,
perhaps things opening up here a little.
Yeah, I kind of said, fine, I'll do it myself. And faked the handoff, broke a couple of tackles, easy first down, great start to the drive for the Hawks. Keep it in the Casagrande brothers' hands.
Just a great job by Casagrande. Able to try to kind of maneuver his way around one of his receivers on the far side, but he'll take it.
And it's kind of hard
from the 44.
Hard to call out blocks while you're running the ball.
And it can be a challenge, they say. As the give this time to Brady Casagrande, and he bulldozes a man, gets all the way to the Sentinel 45. So 2 plays, and they're already into Spartan territory with their best field position of the night, as Brady Casagrande that time runs for a first down.
Yeah, it's all in the family. Maybe just give it to those brothers, let them keep running it over. Brady's a great athlete, obviously, running back and linebacker. And he just bulldozed over one defender there. The defender was able to make the tackle, but now you're in Sentinel Spartan territory with a great drive started. 2 plays, 2 first downs.
They get to the Sentinel 44 officially, first down and 10. Casagrande takes the high snap, gives it to his brother, but it's just going to come back as it looks like a hold back at the line of scrimmage on the Hawks.
And a flag on the play towards the end, kind of right where the flag was kind of thrown at the runner. Like, might have even hit the runner while he was getting tackled. Interesting, it looks like a holding penalty on Bozeman. It's going to go back 10 yards there for the Hawks. Not ideal. Great start to the drive. You get 20 yards, but now you get half of it off with a holding penalty.
Number 76, 10-yard penalty.
So that'll bring him back. They'll bring him back 10 as they.
That's Hudson Weens.
Yeah, they will get Weens for the infraction. The starting left guard made a visit to Montana State. Finished 3rd in the 285-pound division at State Wrestling last year.
He also traveled all over the country. Went to camps in Oklahoma, Idaho, and Washington to try and get recruited here.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a little summer road trip, right?
Oklahoma, too.
Casagrande throwing in nowhere to be close that time. One other game that's gone final from around the state tonight, the Laurel Locomotives, 62-9. They get the win over Lockwood. Lockwood in their first years of varsity programs. You take a look. I think it might have been bad at the line.
Yeah, maybe that, or there's a miscommunication for the Hawks there. When the closest man to the ball is the defense, it's never good on offense.
So second down. Beg your pardon. Just second down and 20.
Another false start.
We had a flag before the play can get going. And what was once a promising drive for Bozeman is now going to need some big plays to keep it going.
Yeah, they're starting to go backwards to where they started the drive. I mean, they got 2 plays with the 20 yards and then 15 yards with the penalties back-to-back. Both penalties, one a false start and one a holding not very far from the line of scrimmage. I mean, only hurting yourself when you get penalties offensively. Bozeman going to hope to turn this drive around pretty quickly.
4:41 to go in the third quarter. Hawks really needing a touchdown here if they are going to be serious about a comeback effort.
Sun beginning to set, really set over the Missoula County Stadium here. It's officially Thursday night lights. Sentinel with a lot of guys looking like they're going to blitz here.
2nd and 25. Casagrande will throw short to his brother Brady, who gets back right around midfield.
Looked like Sentinel kind of faked like they were going to blitz. They had a bunch of guys on the line and then brought a few of them back, which made Casagrande didn't want to get hit, threw it off quickly. They did get a couple of yards, but didn't really have time to let the play develop because he thought a blitz was coming.
Well designed by Kalen Anderson that time for the Spartans. And now 3rd and 16. What are you dialing up here, Jack? I think you got to hit Smith over the middle.
Maybe the hook and ladder.
Okay, Boise State.
Yeah.
Casagrande back to throw. Gets it off. Fires it deep down the right sideline, and Brady could not get down there.
Yeah.
So that'll force up 4th down on a once promising drive, and it forces a Hawks punt right near midfield.
Yeah, a lot of pressure there. I think Ty Hogan was pretty near the quarterback. Good job by the Sentinel Spartans to force really a long play. And now the punter is going to come in again. It's their tight end, Luke Smith.
So Smith will come on to punt. You have to punt here, right? Even with the ball at midfield, do you have a choice on 4th and 16?
I mean, either way, Sentinel's going to get the ball and run the ball down, run the clock down. So who's to say? As Luke Smith will punt it quickly, and this one Jones will fall on the ground onto it right inside the 20-yard line. Good job not to fumble it there by him. I mean, either way, Sentinel's going to get the ball back, I think. That's a really long 4th down to convert. Now they have much farther in the field to go, so maybe Bozeman gets the ball back with good field position.
As there you see the Bozeman sideline, just trying to force another defensive stop. Jones had to kind of field that one like it was baseball. He did that all summer for the Missoula Mavericks, so he knows the feeling.
Oh, what position was he playing for him?
Playing a little outfield.
Oh, that's kind of what you got to do. A short pop fly. You kind of have to run under it just like that punt there. Good job. We saw a muff punt earlier. Not this time. And Sentinel's back in their kind of heavy set formation with the tight end on the left side of it.
Allen fakes the give. Will keep it himself. Get past the 20 to the 24. Right by the 25-yard line. And we'll see if Sentinel can wind down a lot of this third quarter. Like we said, they just did it. For about 5 minutes there to start the second half. Couldn't get any points out of it.
Yeah, and looks like they're going to start to rotate a few different guys in. Sentinel is. Once again, like we were saying earlier, get a few different reps here, guys. I mean, they're really kind of running some basic plays. Just diving the ball down the middle.
2nd down and 10. Clock winding under 4 minutes now here in Missoula. As winding and rolling to his right, and it's picked off. Allen is intercepted by Austin Baller, who gets inside the Sentinel 30.
That's a great job. Austin Baller, they really like to blitz him all the time, but he drops back in the pass here. Great job by Austin Baller, and a huge play for the Bozeman Hawks.
He is being pressured. Is looking downfield for Dolan, and Baller just camped under it. New life for the Bozeman Hawks.
Yeah, great athleticism by Austin Baller, too, because I feel like if that pass had gone over, it probably would have been a completion, and J.J. Dillon has been a great playmaker for them so far. Bozeman Hawks, new life all of a sudden, and in great starting field position.
And we said the best all day at their own 33. Now they're on the Sentinel 29, knocking on the door, trying to get on the board for the first time all night.
Special teams aside, the first turnover of the game, too. So good offensive production so far. And another flag is going to come in, and I bet this one's going to be a false start or an illegal motion. And it will be 5 yards back. Bozeman, it's happened to both teams quickly, but Bozeman especially, another play where they brought a guy in motion, someone jumped too early. Flag will come in every single time.
Just continue to get those pre-snap penalties. It's one thing if you're running screens out wide, drawing holds, but the false starts will kill you. And Hawks are finding that out the hard way. It's an experienced offensive line, for sure. 3 juniors and a pair of seniors.
And a bit loud here in Missoula County Stadium. There's plenty of fans here, so maybe it's a bit hard to hear when the quarterback wants to snap the ball and he jumped too early and he open pass.
Oh, Allen can't come up with it, and it falls to the turf. That was looking like 6.
I mean,
ball just leaves Allen's hands.
That's as good as it gets. Avery Allen right across the middle, great throw, and that's the second time that's happened today where Avery Allen has been pretty open, and that was in the breadbasket there, almost a tipped interception. Another kind of bad bounce for the Bozeman Hawks.
You can see him just slam the turf, frustrated. He knew that was a ball he had to have and could have had.
Hawks do like this guy. He's a great athlete, but, I mean, he was also the one on that punt earlier. Seems the ball has been a bit slippery. Maybe grab some new gloves if you're Avery Allen next time you're back in Bozeman.
Had one catch for 12 yards last week against Capital. Casagrande dropping back again, finds Luke Smith across the 30. And they will mark him down near the 25-yard line as he's pushed out on his own sideline.
Yeah, good job by Luke Smith. Looked like he had a few Sentinel Spartans bouncing off of him. Great bounce-back play, too. They had a really long pass, didn't go their way, but they just got right back up, marched the ball down the field. Now a third and medium coming for him.
You really do have to think about time. As crazy as that sounds, as the tackle's made on the far side by Hafliger, you really do have to think about time in a 4-possession game where Sentinel's just so good at running clock. Casagrande on 3rd and 6. Looks to his left, finds an open man, and he's got him. Inside the 10, all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Kellen Harrison. And Bozeman is on the board.
Yeah, great job by the Bozeman Hawks. Great patient by Casagrande. Harrison wide open in the hashes, catches the ball and gets all the way into the end zone. Bozeman Hawks are on the board, and really an up and down drive, way to finish it off. So you watch the replay here. Harrison catches it, stays on his feet, still blocking downfield, jukes out Adam Jones, who's a great athlete, falls in the end zone. The Hawks love it. Renowned momentum for them, and it looks like they will come in for the PAT here.
They sure will.
Is that
Casagrande is going to kick it.
Well, QB kicker again. It'd be easy to run a fake field goal pass.
The snap, ball down, and it's through. So how about that? The Hawks on the board, 29-7 our score. You're watching high school football right here on SWX.
Paradise Falls, Missoula's coolest hotspot since 1993. Paradise Falls. Good food, good times, and good games for friends and family. Paradise Falls has 18 beers on tap, 22 TVs, and 20 gaming machines. We have you covered when you work up an appetite watching your favorite sporting event at Paradise Falls. Finger foods you'll need both hands for. Paradise Falls, easy to find on Missoula South Side. 3621 Brooks, near the corner of Brooks and Reserve. Find your paradise. Paradise Falls.
Welcome back to Missoula. Hey, food for the SWX crew provided locally by Taco Sano. Taco Sano on the hip strip and on campus, or order online at tacosano.net. Eat fresh, eat local, eat Sano at Taco Sano in Missoula. Welcome back to the Garden City. Alongside me, Jack Marshall. I'm Zach Kaplan. And I got to tell you, the tater tots at Taco Sano, if you're coming to Missoula for the Grizz game this weekend, or you're just in town for any odd reason, you want to stop there, get the tots. Have you ever had them?
Yeah, I like their fried jalapenos better. I think those are pretty underrated item on their menu. Not gonna lie.
I'm not that brazen for spicy foods, as you obviously know, Jack. But you know what? If you're into that sort of thing, take Jack's word for it. And if you're a baby like me, you can do the tots. The taco bar for our crew tonight was spectacular. As we'll see how the Spartans respond as this kick is fielded by Brady Kolendeich, and he gets to the 30-yard line. Nice return for the Spartans, and that's where they'll start with 3:09 left in quarter number 3.
Yeah, not bad field position for the Sentinel Spartans at the 30. Great little kick return there. And turnover on the last drive. We'll see how Riley Allen, first-year starting quarterback, has bounced back. He had a first great game, beat Billings West, and he's done great today. 2 really long passes, but now he's hit with his first interception. Tough turnover. We'll see how he bounces back from it for these Sentinel Spartans.
And remember that Austin Baller interception. If Bozeman comes back and makes a game of this, you can kind of bookmark that in the last half of the third quarter as Jones tries to bounce this one outside. Gets it past the 30 to about the 33, and he'll set up second down and about 7.
I mean, great credit to the Bozeman Hawks defense there. Adam Jones on the outside, they got him in the open field, and multiple guys swarming to the ball here, as you see on the replay. All over him. He's forced to bounce outside. Great tackling. Just a bunch of white jerseys there. Hawks defenses came to play so far in the second half.
So it is second down and 7 from the 33. 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, excuse me. But first we got a flag on the field, and now we'll back up Sentinel 5. They had 5 penalties last week for 35 yards against Billings West. I think they're right at that number tonight, if not close to it.
Yeah, I mean, right now, if you're either team, you got to wait a second before the ball is snapped. Because they've been watching the line, they've been watching the receivers. Flags flying everywhere for both teams pre-snap. So another one here, second and longer. Bozeman Hawks with a great chance to force a punt here.
2.5 and winding in this third quarter. Again, we talked about it last week. Sentinel letting Billings West back in. Have they done it with Bozeman here? Let's see if they can move the chains on 2nd and 12 now as they're backed up 5. This is a screen pass. Flip it to Jones by the numbers to the 35, 36-yard line is where he gets taken down. Avery Allen, among others, and on the play, as well as Malloy Meyer. And now third down for Sentinel.
Great little design screen. You see Templeton down there right in front of Jones. You got a lineman in front of you. Just keep running the ball down the field. Good job of the Spartans, and now it's a bit more of a manageable third down. And man, Zach, if you're the Bozeman Hawks, you want to stop here. The clock is still rolling, almost in the fourth quarter. Not only you got to stop the Spartans, you got to stop the clock right now.
It was Hudson Weens who took down Jones. Now it's 3rd down and 4 for Sentinel on their 36. The Sentinel offense trying to quiet their student section. Got to remind them they're on offense here. As Allen takes it, will flip it to the far side, and Jones is met in the backfield for a loss. A late flag came in, as it looks like Bozeman was going to force a punt, but hold on a second.
Yeah, that was like a 20-yard throw from the ref. What an
They're going to
arm
say
there.
it was a hold on Sentinel. Imagine Levi Wesche will decline it. As you see, Allen goes to his right with the pitch to Jones. I believe they're going to get Dominic Umbele with the hold on the far side.
Yeah, I mean, penalty doesn't really matter. They're a great stop by the Bozeman Hawks defense. They're going to decline the penalty, and now Bozeman will get the ball back here. Hoping to make it interesting, and back, I think, is Allen again.
We've seen how quickly their offense can move. So we know they're capable of stringing together a few chunk plays in a row.
And they also blocked the punt last week, so that could be big for them if they get that here. Almost due. Instead, it'll fly back to Allen.
And Allen will just let it go. Can it get to the end zone? No. And let's see where they mark this ball.
I mean, Allen already muffed the punt, so he didn't really want to mess up here again. Lets it fly, but a great punt. And it rolled all the way back to the 10. So a really good punt by the Sentinel Spartans, but a penalty on the play.
And hold the phone. They're going to say Bozeman roughed the kicker. They're going to say they roughed Riley Allen, and the Spartans are going to get it back.
Yeah, roughing the kicker is a terrible penalty.
On 4th down and 12.
That's tough because it resets 1st down. We're going to take a look at this one again here. They are all over it. They got a block last week. Anxious to get a block. They jump. Yeah, you can't land under the punter there.
Right into the plant leg. Can't do it. That's a costly error by the Hawks. When they got the ball back, it just made it a 3-score game.
Yeah, for the safety of the punter, you just can't be landing under his feet so he doesn't land and hurt himself. Almost had a block. Could have really changed the game if they got a block there. Would have had the ball in their own 10, but now Sentinel can run the ball down. They got 3 running backs in the game here.
Just a game-changing play in the worst way for the Hawks. And take a breath of fresh air if you're Sentinel. As they give to Jones once again. He gets about a yard or 2. So they'll stay on the field. Jones held to only 2 yards a carry last week. 20 carries, 40 yards, right down the middle by the Billings West defense. He's had a few more holes to go through tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't had a crazier night either, though. But what he does is he gets back to the line of scrimmage and he gets forward yardage, and that's all you can really ask for, especially in a game like this where you're trying to run the clock. Just get forward, don't fumble the ball, get a couple yards, let the clock run.
And even if the Spartans can't get points here, the biggest thing is just continuing to let this clock go, as Allen will keep it himself, mauled at the line of scrimmage. At this point, it's almost like Bozeman knows they're going to run the ball, and Sentinel kind of content to concede some of these obvious run plays at the expense of running clock, and that's how the third quarter will end.
Yeah, I mean, Bozeman Hawks defense has been really sharp in the second half here, as we're going to head into break here. A forced punt and an interception, but still trailing the Sentinel Spartans 29-7.
We'll be right back.
Bank wherever you are with online and mobile banking from Stockman Bank. It's convenient, easy, and secure. Enroll today at stockmanbank.com or download our mobile banking app.
Paradise Falls, Missoula's coolest hotspot since 1993. Paradise Falls. Good food, good times, and good games for friends and family. Paradise Falls has 18 beers on tap, 22 TVs, and 20 gaming machines. We have you covered when you work up an appetite watching your favorite sporting event at Paradise Falls. Finger foods you'll need both hands for. Paradise Falls, easy to find on Missoula South Side. 3621 Brooks, near the corner of Brooks and Reserve. Find your paradise. Paradise Falls.
I'm John.
And I'm Ben.
And we're the Kubota Tractor Guys. Kubota means quality and nationwide rates highest in customer satisfaction.
Discover Kubota's durability you can count on with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
Big Sky Kubota stocks a large selection of tractors and implements.
Stop in and see our wide selection of mowers, excavators, and RTVs.
Big Sky Kubota's service techs can help you get the most of your Kubota.
Big Sky Kubota. Remember, think orange.
Add outside accounts and manage your money all in one place. Mobile, desktop, or tablet. It's convenient, easy, and secure with online and mobile banking from Stockman Bank.
Back in Missoula as Sentinel Spartans get things going to start the fourth quarter. Danny Sermon getting across the Bozeman 45. Alongside me, Jack Marshall. I'm Zach Kaplan. Sentinel Spartans lead at 29-7 over the visiting Bozeman Hawks. Sentinel coming off a win in Billings last week against the West Golden Bears, the game we brought you on SWX. Bozeman Hawks 0-1, trying to mount a comeback and prevent falling to 0-2. They fell at home to Helena Capital in a close one last week. Sentinel trying to close this one out as Dolan takes the direct snap. That was on 4th down and 2. Will they give it to him?
Most of the Sentinel guys are motion, yes. It looked like the initial spot was definitely above. We will see here, big 4th down run, and that could have been a huge stop for the Bozeman Hawks defense. But instead, the Sentinel Spartans get a first down. They get to bring in their big boys a little more, run the ball down on Bozeman a little bit, run the clock.
Gotta say, the Spartans are just so good at finding different guys who can kind of plow through like a battering ram behind some of those big blockers they have. And just effectively run clock as we dip under 11 minutes to go here on this next snap. Allen will take the snap to give to Curtis. He will bounce it outside and get to the 40-yard line, and that's where he's forward motion is stopped. Second down.
And good stop there by Bozeman. In the second half, Bozeman forced a punt. They forced a 4th down conversion and got an interception. And we're in their 4th quarter, their offense has only had the ball once. Once again, a lot of plays not going in their favor. A costly penalty on a long punt. They did score a touchdown on the one time they did have the ball, but now here, clock starting to roll already 2 minutes in the 4th quarter, and their offense has only seen the ball once.
And you figure a score here really can kind of seal this game away if you're Sentinel.
Yeah, Bozeman definitely vying for a turnover or a really quick stop where they get the ball out of bounds a few times. So Sentinel just wants to roll the clock as much as they can. Get with their workhorse running back Curtis there again.
Kellen Curtis, he had 12 carries for 56 yards and a touchdown last week. And seemingly just as productive on a per carry basis tonight. Kind of the perfect change of pace from Jones. It's like you get the speed and the shiftiness of Jones, and just when you're tired of tackling that, you get the size from Curtis.
Yeah, kind of a great 1-2 punch from Sentinel, especially with a guy like Curtis. You can really overpower you, just kind of speed and power. Kind of the ideal mixture for a coach for 2 running backs. So they'll bring a guy in motion here pre-snap.
Allen will drop back to throw. Hit as he put it up. Bobbled in the air and just falls to the turf, incomplete. That was dangerous.
Yeah, Bozeman almost had interception. They had 3 guys near the ball, and you know it's kind of, and obviously a receiver there too, but it's kind of hard to make a play on it. 3 guys, you can't call it like it's baseball. Almost had interception, still going to force a punt here, but difference in field position between getting an interception on your own 35 and letting Riley Allen punt it to kind of wherever he wants from his own 45.
Allen will try to coffin corner the Hawks here.
Looks like there's a little bit less guys rushing for Bozeman. Obviously, had that punt penalty on this drive.
And they're just going to jump away from it. That ball down at about the 18-yard line, and the Hawks will have a chance if they can go quickly down the field, try to make this a 2-score game in a hurry. Casagrande, there you see, with Levi Wesche on the sideline. And I imagine the motto at this point of the game, Jack, has to be just go sling it, bud.
Yeah, I mean, the Hawks defense has really done a great job. They get the ball again. Now, yeah, you got to get the ball down the field, and it's a long ways. But one or two big plays could really get them in scoring position or get a huge score as Wesche walks down the sideline, hoping to ring in the maybe one you got in your back pocket for a huge play.
Casagrande the give up the middle as he gives it to Jack O'Brien that time.
Can't imagine with the clock against you to want to run the ball too many times. But here they're going to run the ball quickly and hopefully get Sentinel maybe on their toes, expecting to run and then air the ball out a little bit.
I mean, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard with the run up the middle, but 9 minutes to go. 3-possession game. Casagrande throwing and knocked away. Great defense that time by Carson Bates, who's been such a phenom on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, he's looking for Biakini there. That was a great look. Biakini was open, but even better defense for the Sentinel Spartans. Third and quite a ways for the Bozeman Hawks, backed up in their own territory. And you don't want a fourth down here, because you don't want to have to go for it on fourth down, way back in your own territory, and turn the ball over almost in the red zone for the Sentinel Spartans.
So you got to look at Biakini lining up opposite Bates. He had one catch for 13 yards against the Capital Bruins, and now 3rd down and 7. Casagrande will take it himself, run up the middle, lot of room, and he will get to the first down marker and just shy of the 35.
Great play by the Bozeman Hawks. Casagrande once again kind of doing it himself. But even more interesting, great open field tackle by Sentinel. You'd think maybe they could get a little farther. Sentinel brought the blitz, but a few of them kind of went on the outside and ran past him, and he was able to get in. We'll see if that play may have broken down a little bit for the Bozeman Hawks, but first down overall.
Perhaps Casagrande just seeing open turf and in the interest of time just going for it. As he slings one to the far sideline and is incomplete. Broken up once again by Bates. Bates that time defending Lincioni. And forcing the breakup.
Bates, a great two-way player. Obviously cut that Hail Mary, but once again, great job as cornerback. You'd love to see a guy who's a skill position player who can really change the tides on either side of the ball. If you're Bozeman, you're keeping the ball away from him offensively, and if you're Sentinel, you want the ball in his hands. Just a really game-changing player so far for Bates.
2nd down and 10 from the 34-yard line for the Hawks. All kinds of time. The throw down field broken up. No flag on the play. The Bozeman sideline wanted one, but Trevor Roush all over it defensively. He came in from that safety spot, which made a great play to break it up on the attempt for Allen.
And Roush is the guy with the oven mitt on him, so pass breakup with only one hand available. Look at this replay here. Coming in, knocking it off. You can't really intercept the ball with one hand unless you have a crazy play on it. So he just knocks the receiver down, incomplete pass. Long 3rd down upcoming for the Bozeman Hawks.
You said it. It's like he's taking a tray of cookies out of the oven. 3rd down and 10 from their own 34. Just over 8 minutes left in this game. Swatted at the line. Get out of here with the great deflection. It was Bates again. This guy is all over the field on both sides, and he just skies for this ball and swats it down.
That was crazy athleticism, swatting it down with one hand. If you could have a cornerback who can come in and blitz and also swat it down, I mean, that was almost intercepted. Give it to Carson Bates, the senior cornerback, and now Bozeman has really no choice but to punt it here. You don't want to give Bozeman the ball back.
We've been talking about him quite a bit. He had that game-changing catch at the end of the first half, really broke this game open. And now the Hawks force the punt on 4th and 10 from their 34. Smith back to kick, and he will get this one away. It'll just drift into the Sentinel sideline, and with about 8 minutes left, that amounts to almost a concession, waving the white flag a little bit when you give it back. Can't really go for it in your own territory. Kind of an impossible spot for Levi Wesche. As Dane Oliver will huddle with his guys, and I imagine just try to kill more clock try not to put Riley Allen in any type of harmful position and seal this win.
Yeah, I mean, there's been 7-0 in this half. They've won the half. Like, they've had great defensive stops, but really just Sentinels ran the ball down and gotten a few big stops, like on that last drive there. And that's kind of Sentinel Spartan football. Take a lead and then slow it down. Did the same thing last week.
So Spartans will take over. They mark it at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10, going left to right. Give it to Jones on the far side. And he only gets a couple. But, again, accomplishes the goal of killing more clock. They got the ball at the 8-minute mark. And I got to be honest, Jack, with where they are on the field, wouldn't surprise me if Bozeman only gets the ball maybe one more time in this game.
Yeah, with the way it's been, I mean, Bozeman has really just seen Sentinel wear this clock down. They've only had the ball twice so far in the half. They only got the ball once in the third quarter. So we could see that again, where they only get the ball once or twice in this quarter, depending on how Sentinel converts each long third down.
Handoff goes up the middle once again, and it'll set up third down as they give that time to Curtis.
Now, Sentinel's just kind of running the ball. Everyone on Bozeman knows it's coming, so 5 yards and a couple of plays. You kind of wish if Bozeman, if you know the run's coming, you might as well get in the backfield, tackle him for a loss, and not let him get it, because now it's a bit of a manageable third down. And here for Sentinel, if it's fourth down in this length, you might even want to go for it to keep the ball even farther, because it's not the worst field position to put your defense in.
So let's see what Spartans decide to do here. On 3rd down and 5 from the 44, Allen will drop back to throw. Plenty of time. Deep ball, trying to end the game on one heave, but he overthrew Carson Bates, and they'll have to punt. But hang on a second, we got a flag.
Another flag comes in, but that's worked so far. Just have Allen throw the ball up and get a receiver under it. Didn't quite work there, overthrew him a little bit, but I think this might be a defensive pass interference. The flag right where the two guys were, and
Bates seems to think so.
It didn't seem to be. I'm not sure if it was quite a catchable ball there, but the defensive back definitely pushed Bates out of bounds, I think, on that far left sideline, and you can't get the receiver away, but it looks like they're going to waive it after meeting, once again, ball a little too far away from Betts to really be able to be a pass that you can catch. Great defense by the Hawks to keep the ball away from number one.
Eating of the minds, and you said it, they decide to wave it off. So Riley Allen will line up in on formation. We get a whistle here. Next week, the Sentinel Spartans will be right back here next Friday night. Take on the Hellgate Knights.
Looks like a few miscues for Sentinel. A few guys running in and out of the field, but now they got it set to go. Allen will punt away again. This one a high punt. And
there's a lot of guys
hit a guy on the Bozeman team.
But looks like Kellen Curtis will just field it, and that's how she'll go as the Hawks get it back with 6:26 left in this ball game. So Bozeman, it doesn't get much easier for them. They take on a Great Falls High team that just went to Helena, beat the Helena Bengals. You're facing the #1 recruit in the state in Reed Harris, Boston College commit. It's not often you see a quarterback. I mean, you've grown up here, Jack. Can you even think of the last Power 5 quarterback from the state of Montana? Brock Osweiler?
Yeah, probably Brock Osweiler. He ran out of Arizona State. But yeah, it's hard to get Power 5 level quarterbacks, but kind of the way AA football has changed in Montana, you're getting a lot more guys who are skill position guys going D1 rather than big linemen like you saw in the past. That's a deep pass by Casagrande.
With a deep ball downfield. Would have been a sensational catch, but just out of the reach that time for Lencioni.
Yeah, that would have been a really great one-handed grab. Even better defense by the Sentinel Spartans, disrupting it. Great throw, honestly, by Casagrande. Put it right on the numbers, but with their defense draped all over you, it's usually hard to make a catch when you're running so quickly and kind of falling forward like Rocky was on that play.
And that would have been a sensational catch by Rocky if he was able to come down with it.
And there's been a few plays like that for Bozeman tonight where it's just been in their guys' hands. They couldn't have it. And now Casagrande is going to overthrow one of his receivers here. That's Jack O'Brien, actually, a running back out of the backfield.
So that sets up third down. Hawks moving with urgency now. So they'll host Great Falls High next week. Go to Belgrade. I say go in air quotes because that's, about a 20-minute drive or so. They'll go to Belgrade on the 16th and then round out the month hosting Skyview and traveling to Billings Senior.
Also, Camden Sermon from Sentinel went Power 5 2 years ago.
I'm talking quarterback.
No. Yeah, he's a quarterback.
He's not playing quarterback at UW. And that pass is picked off. Looks like it on the far side. No, incomplete. Just missed interception there from Goldenage.
And now a 4th and long again in your own territory. And it looks like they're going to bring out the punt team.
6:11 to go. I thought Sermon was playing tight end or receiver at UW.
Looks like they have him listed as a running back right now.
All right.
I think his freshman year he was lined up. Sermon related to, obviously, Danny Sermon, number 3 on the field here for Missoula Sentinel. But they had him at quarterback, I believe, his freshman year. It looks like he's going to play running back now for the Huskies. Originally committed to UM.
Smith is back with his toes on the end zone. Has to step back to get it. Gets the kick away. Halfliger and Jones just going to let it roll all the way to the 35, and why not? More clock to kill. Officially spotted at the 34. And then Sentinel for the rest of September. They'll play Hellgate here next Friday. Hellgate trying to get off the schneid. They lost a crazy game up in Great Falls to CMR last week. And a big one up in Kalispell with the Glacier Wolfpack. And then they'll round things out with Helena High and the Flathead Braves, who just snapped a 17-game losing streak last week. They're going to give a sideline warning on the Sentinel Spartans. It's their first, so not a penalty yet. Next one's a 5-yard penalty. And with just under 6 minutes to go, Dane Oliver just saying, hey, let's not get in our own way here.
I mean, you're up 29-7. I'm sure the guys are getting super excited. This is a big win, non-conference game against a Bozeman team that's pretty good. They'll face a few other good teams this year, but you love to see it if it's the Missoula kids, and they're getting rowdy and maybe getting a sideline warning.
A lot to be excited about. Big win in Billings last week. A team that some expected might fall off with some of the guys they lost. You think of Zach Cruz, Joe Wida. Both big guys on defense, as well as Curtis goes down the sideline and just steps out of bounds. He had a clear path to the end zone if he had managed to tiptoe that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long second half of the Bozeman defense because Sentinel's just been running all over him, and finally Curtis breaks a long one away. You can only tackle that big guy so many times before he just runs right over you. That's what he did there, the junior running back.
Just trying to make off like Curtis Martin instead of Kellen Curtis, but just taken down before he could keep going.
I mean, he was still running. He just ran out of bounds. No one tackled him on that play, so.
Does stop the clock. So a chance for the Hawks to gather themselves. Allen with 2 wide receivers to the near side. Gives it to Curtis. About a yard or 2. As we will wind under 6 minutes here in Missoula. A reminder again, got 4 more games on the docket. A doubleheader tomorrow in Billings and 2 on Saturday with the Montana Grizzlies and the Montana State Bobcats getting their seasons underway. Kickoff at 1 o'clock in Missoula. Dennis Patchen, Grady Bennett, and Sean Rainey on the sidelines. I don't know how Sean's going to wear a suit with the forecast for Saturday afternoon. I'm not sure he's going to pull it off.
It is going to be hot in Waterways, and with the turf, it just kind of comes up on you. We'll see if Sean makes it or they're live, because Waterways is going to kind of be like a smoker right now, like a Traeger grill. Hopefully all the players and stuff get hydrated as we got a timeout here on the field. Looks like Bozeman called it.
Yeah, the Hawks will take it. As Levi Weshy tries to talk to his team, we'll take it to a quick commercial break with 5:12 to go. Sentinel 29, Bozeman 7. You're watching high school football on SWX.
Paradise Falls, Missoula's coolest hotspot since 1993. Paradise Falls. Good food, good times, and good games for friends and family. Paradise Falls has 18 beers on tap, 22 TVs, and 20 gaming machines. We have you covered when you work up an appetite watching your favorite sporting event at Paradise Falls. Finger foods you'll need both hands for. Paradise Falls, easy to find on Missoula South Side. 3621 Brooks, near the corner of Brooks and Reserve. Find your paradise. Paradise Falls.
And we're back here in Missoula. Dane Oliver talking to his team, trying to seal their 23rd consecutive win. It was November 15th, 2019. The Bozeman Hawks came to Missoula. Jack, a game you were at And that's the last time Sentinels lost a football game.
It was a crazy game because Sentinel really hadn't hosted a semifinal in a long time. So Bozeman came out, their fans came out, and Sentinel fans were out. It was a rowdy game that came down to a couple of the last plays of the game. Bozeman upset Sentinel, but obviously the next year Sentinel was able to win a state championship.
And the year after that, is Allen able to thread the needle once again. And the cool part with the score the way it is, you get guys like Chris Compton in who are able to catch a pass.
Yeah, a junior receiver, kind of guy you might want to look out for if you're Sentinel fans. Might come in and be able to make an impact next year, or even continuing this year down the road if you know he's got steady hands like that on the sideline.
That's the crazy thing about this Sentinel team. They just have so many guys, and they continue to kind of get their JV guys ready, their juniors ready, and then they come up and their seniors. Look at a guy like Riley Allen who waited his turn behind Dayton Bay, behind Zach Cruz the last couple of years, and now expected to lead this offense this year and next. Now Allen dropping back to throw. Finds Kellen Curtis wide open on the far side. Curtis across the 30. There's a flag down. He's going to get into the end zone, but hang on, it might be coming back.
Yeah, wow, that was a great play by Kellen Curtis. Everyone just kind of stopped, and he just ran right in the end zone. It looks like Sentinel's already walking back. Kellen Curtis, the big boy, getting down the field. Looks like maybe a block in the back. Sometimes you get really excited as a receiver. Your guy's going down the field and you just lay a block, blindside block. Always maybe feels good at the moment. Watching that one in the field might not be best. No, it's going to be a holding penalty, as you see right there at the center of your screen as Curtis got down the field.
And I don't know that they needed it. I think Curtis was already kind of downfield.
Yeah, he's kind of trains coming and get off the tracks right now with Kellen Curtis. He'll run you right over. But, I mean, you get antsy. Your guys running after you, really want to make an impact block, watch it back the next day in film, but nonetheless, Sentinel still has the ball 1st and 5 in Bozeman territory. And really, they've passed on the last 2 plays. They can run the clock down, kind of sealed it now, 4 minutes, kind of running through the playbook.
3 wide receivers out with Curtis in the backfield. And they'll give it to Curtis, Allen will, and they'll get to just shy of the 30-yard line as we go under 5 minutes now here at MCPS Stadium in Missoula. 29-7, the Spartans looking like they're going to roll to their 23rd consecutive win. A win against Hellgate next week will tie them for the 4th longest streak in AA history with Dave Dickinson's CMR Rustlers in 1989 and 1990 as able to get the first down. Sentinel just keeping the clock moving. That time Jones. It was Adam Jones.
Yeah, and
they haven't said his name in quite a bit.
Yeah, well, it's back-to-back plays where Curtis kind of runs all over you, and another hard run, and then they just bring in Adam Jones, a D1 commit. It's always nice when you can bring the D1 commit off the bench and have him run over you. And they're going to switch back to Curtis now, looks like.
As you can hear the Sentinel students starting to wave goodbye to the Bozeman Hawks. It's the last team Sentinel lost to. They got them 34-14 last year at Van Winkle Stadium. And Sentinel looking like they're going to get him back here. It's a little throwback screen. It's caught by Jones, but he only gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Check that, it was Carson Bates. And set up 2nd down.
Kind of interesting. Sentinel, I mean, they can do whatever they want with it right now. Still got their starting quarterback in. Obviously, a lot of teams you might think, oh, you're big, you don't want the quarterback to get hurt, maybe pull him out. But Riley Allen, because it's only his 2nd game as a starting quarterback, they're going to let him in, run through the playbook, have him finish an entire game and see what it feels like.
And they'll just huddle up, take their time, try to wind this clock down. Of course, Dave Dickinson, a big name in these parts. Head coach of Calgary right now in the CFL. He came down here for the Marty Borningwig quarterback camp as well.
That was the one that Riley Allen and also teammate J.J. Dolan, their backup quarterback, were at. And obviously,
Danny
a guy
Sermon
like
there as well. And
oh, yeah, Danny Sermon, that's it.
You kind of see the early kind of workings of this offense at that camp. Just the way that those two are able to work together, know where each other are, a lot of the summer work that goes in. It's amazing when you kind of talk to Dane Oliver. A lot of it is just player-driven. A lot of it he doesn't even have to do. The guys just kind of want to win, want to keep this winning streak going, and they just go about it their own way.
Yeah, I mean, you have Riley Allen, but if you saw on the goal line, they bring in J.J. Dolan, who some would think, oh, maybe he's a running back, but he went to that quarterback camp. He knows how to throw the ball, so it kind of makes it a dual threat there. If you're Dane Oliver, you could bring in a different guy and have him also be able to know all the plays like a quarterback, throw the ball, bring guys in motion like they did on that goal line touchdown. Just overall, Dane Oliver's letting the guys take control of the game, and it's great to have a few experienced quarterbacks.
As we dip under 2 minutes here in Missoula.
And that looks like a third-string running back Brady Whitman coming in the game and running for him. He's a junior who plays both wide receiver and running back for him, and getting a few touches of the different guys for Sentinel now that the clock's under 2 minutes.
It's now a 3rd down and 8 with under $1:40 to go. Imagine they'll just kind of lay up here and get us to the finish line. Again, the Spartans will be right back here in Missoula to play Hellgate next Friday night at 7 o'clock. The Hawks will regroup, head back home, host their first conference game as they take on Great Falls High. As nowhere to go that time.
Quaid Ash, quick little tackle there.
Take us to 4th down and 1:10 to go. Let's see what Sentinel decides to do here. So that'll be a big game next week for the Hawks. Of course, they're playing a team that fell to 0-4 last year in Great Falls High, still came back, won 5 in a row, and went to the playoffs, where they ultimately were knocked out by the Sentinel Spartans. But you think about the quarterback battle between Reed Harris and some of the throws we saw Jake Casagrande make tonight. That's going to be a fun game.
Yeah, they're two tall quarterbacks, guys you can really air it out, kind of seasoned guys. It should be really fun, maybe hopefully a lot of offense in that game.
So under a minute left, they will go for it here on 4th and 8. And Jones is able to get it, and that should just about do it. And check that. It's Brandon Rondo. And I think that might take us to the finish line. We'll see if the Spartans run one more play. But what a win for Sentinel.
Yeah, they came in here and took care of business. I mean, the second half, they haven't even scored, and they're still up 29-7. That's what you'd love to see. Great defense by Sentinel the entire game. Made some big plays, including the second half. Forced a few punts from Bozeman, even though they wanted to run it. Looks like the streak will live on 23 straight for the Sentinel Spartans.
And that will take us to the finish line. The Sentinel Spartans win it 29-7, your final over the Bozeman Hawks. And like Jack said, they go to 23 in a row. The Spartans now the 5th longest winning streak. They can tie for the 4th longest with the win over crosstown rival Hellgate right here in Missoula next Friday night. We've had a great crew working with us tonight. Our director, Matt Coratone, our graphics operator, Mason Park and Eric Marks, our replay operator, Corey Snyder. On the cameras tonight, Selby, Elias, Mick, Parker, our producer, Dave Norman, our executive producer, Bill Heiselman. And Jack, it's been a pleasure being up in the booth with you once again.
Yeah, it's been a great, Zach. And once again, that's our wild Cody Snyder back there in the replay truck. Can't forget about him. And yeah, another great win for Sentinel. They're just going to keep the ball rolling. Like we said in the open, they got to take care of business. They did that tonight. And now we're going to check out the player of the game from the night, Riley Allen, a quarterback for the Sentinel Spartans. He really got it done over the air, and on the first play of the game there, we saw a long touchdown. Now he's going to open up, throw it deep, almost a bit of a prayer, but right in the hands of Carson Betts. He was all over the field too tonight. Once again, Riley Allen taking it, kind of a dual threat quarterback, running over guys here over the middle, finding his receiver to where only the receiver could catch it. Great job by Riley Allen, and only a 2nd start, AA here for the Sentinel Spartans. They're on a streak, and Riley Allen seems to be the next guy at the throne.
Takes the second play from scrimmage for Sentinel all the way back, and then throws a couple of touchdowns as well. It's been a great time here tonight at MCBS Stadium in Missoula. Thanks so much for joining us. And again, high school football tomorrow, 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. A Billings doubleheader with Skyview at 4 and then Senior at 7. And of course, we got the Grizz and the Cats, 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock on our air on Saturday for you. Thanks so much for joining us tonight on behalf of our entire crew. Alongside Jack Marshall, I'm Zach Kaplan. Good night, and we'll see you next time on SWX.